everyone, and welcome to Monsters and Maelstroms. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Lola, and I will be your Dungeon Master tonight. We're thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. Monsters and Maelstroms is following the Mad Cat crew of the Greedy Darwin as they attempt to thwart the divine and ghostly danger they've unwittingly wrought on themselves. Let's meet the characters.
Hello, my name is Nathan, and I use he/him pronouns. You can usually find me GMing over on the Reckless Attack podcast, but today I'll be playing Two-Toothed Myrtle, the commanding but not in charge wizard on this here boat, who also uses he/him pronouns.
Hi, I'm Kestrel, I use she/they pronouns, and I play Vale, a Tabaxi cleric who uses she/her pronouns. She is a professor turned sailor who once worked for the Apollos Convocation, teaching young mages to wield their magical arts before venturing out to see the many seas and see what many secrets the world had to offer.
Hello, I'm Mike. I use he/him pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Brian, who uses she/her pronouns. I've gone for a classic swashbuckler, really sort of leaning into the theme, and hopefully going to be taking advantage of the swashbuckler skills to spin, fly, and launch myself around the map, and hopefully pull something epic off.
Hi, my name is Ali. I use they them pronouns, and I will be playing another member of the Oryx clan, this time Oryx, Ash main, or Ashi for the friends. Ashi is a very rather slender bard, leonine, and he's a little bit of a weird character, but he takes care of the others as well. Let's find out what is he up to, and I hope you enjoyed this.
And now, let's begin. Hey everyone, welcome back to Monsters and Maelstroms. We are approaching our final episode.
We're in it. It's now.
And yes, it's happening. And just a little recap for you and to see where your wonderful crew of the Greedy Darwin is. They are upon a ship that has very recently dispatched another ship and left it sinking in the background, whilst having claimed in what Myrtle would say was a wizard duel, the rest would say a lot of crew assistance.
Why are we shaming Myrtle?
Different perspective.
It can be both. It's all part of the same.
Definitely,
it's about using
both.
your wits and your resources, including large lobsters with axes and claws.
What are friends if not spell components?
And the rest of your crew diving on them. But yes, so the...
Damn. Put it on a t-shirt.
Wow.
Okay, so you have this wonderful captive that you have, well, in light of many discussions, have decided to pop them down in sort of a holding cell. Not really a holding cell, you don't really have that on the ship, but a section of the hold. You provided them with provisions, but there has been much discussion above... Of course, yes.
Do we have a latrine?
No.
You would. 'Cause you don't, I mean, unless...
It's a small room
You know
with
what?
a
I will
lockable door.
roll-
I'm
I
just
will-
saying.
Yeah, but where does the rest of... Oh, okay. Is the rest of the crew now being like, oh, well, this person has been in there for however long, so we just kind of stick our asses out over the side?
I think we're all doing that anyway. The latrine was like untouched. So this is...
Okay.
I'd like it to be known that where you guys are all pooping is Brian's home, and she is mortified at the concept at all
You're
times.
welcome.
Oh, no.
In the water too. You do realise that.
Willy-nilly?
It's like
Just like
fertilizer
dropping
for the
little
coral.
bombs everywhere.
Bottom of the ocean.
Nothing about what I do is little. I'm sorry. There's no way.
Yeah, lovely. With that, and possibly the sound of I don't know. Never mind.
Sploosh.
A massive sploosh. Where do we find our various crew members on the ship?
Who's guarding the prisoner?
But if we're all out here, who's watching the prisoner?
So I imagine that a few of you would have had a conversation, given that, you still haven't decided what you're going to do with the prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of had a conversation, and I think some of the other crew are occasionally rotating out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Myrtle would have been like very on top of like always having a guard, but also making sure everyone's like treating them nicely and all that kind of stuff, and is very much like, all right, everyone, be sure to check the Excel spreadsheet schedule to see when you're on. And, here are
Make sure to
10
check off when you've
reminders.
gone as well.
So
We
this
haven't
is
had
the
a prisoner in a
whiteboard
while.
that was on
Yeah,
on the side of the ship that you've added columns and everything
Yeah,
else
exactly.
to.
And again, we haven't had forcible guests in a while. That's the preferred terminology, I think, on the sea. And so, here's a reminder of how we comport ourselves on this vessel. That's all that kind of good stuff.
I don't know why I just immediately pictured like another crew member that's like, well, I've been a prisoner here for like 5 years. With
We
the
don't
rest of
count
the
you
crew.
anymore.
This is the VIP treatment.
We've been at port so many times. You haven't even tried
You
to escape.
could've
We
just-
don't count you anymore.
You could have just got off.
Yeah, once we
Could've
hit
tried.
port and you stay, that's on you.
But reminder that Tom can't read, so unless someone tells me it's my shift, I will not be there.
Fair. No, I think that's all built
No,
into the system,
I mean,
though. It's
where-
like
Sorry, as you're saying that, where is Tom?
Well, Lola, if my memory serves me correctly, and it often does, at the end of last episode, there was cheese.
I do believe there was Myrtle having pilfered items from the pockets of this enemy wizard, rightfully conquered in a wizard duel, of
Absolutely.
which resources were used.
Absolutely.
There was a wheel of cheese.
How big a wheel of cheese are we talking, Lola?
Just give me a D100 roll.
Sure.
That is a wide range.
very, very
Yeah.
rarely have I really wanted a D100 roll to go really high than I have in this exact.
Oh,
moment.
okay.
I'm sorry, it's a
looking
17. I'm sorry, it's a 17.
God.
It's low. It's like
Baby doll.
like a good.
It was inside the pocket of the
Yeah,
wizard.
it's a
Yeah.
big spacious cheese pocket.
Yeah. So
I have one. Every wizard does.
don't say that. Does Hom
Watch your
know?
efforts.
Yes.
Never.
So this wheel of cheese was it wasn't really a wheel. It was more of a slice of a
Sure.
wheel that had
Sure.
had bites been taken out of it.
That does not concern me.
Yeah.
Lola, there was cheese.
There was.
And you said at the end of the episode that we couldn't find the cheese.
I did, yes. Every time the cheese was not observed, it was no longer in sight when it was to be observed again.
Now, I had a whole spiel about how Hom really likes cheese because it's a rarity on board a ship, or because lobsters don't have a very poor sense of smell, but a very good sense of taste. So there's probably some kind of combination of you can taste it in the air. We can ignore all of that. Hom has seen the cheese. Hom would like the cheese. If it keeps teleporting away, I will be hunting down that cheese. Me and that cheese have now formed a bond of hatred. And until it is found and discovered, I will be forever hunting that cheese. And it will be forever running from me until the end of time.
Okay. I mean, would you like to give me just a D20 investigation roll?
I'm really good at them. Yeah.
Go ahead.
That is a 14.
Oh, very good. I think at one point you observe the cheese. Except it is on the top of a shelf that you can't quite reach. And I know you're very tall, but it's not in one of the cabins. In fact, you know what? It's not on a shelf. It is up in the rigging.
I think really hard about my were sharkiness and try and fly. It doesn't work.
I mean, I don't know. Roll to fly?
Oh, sure. Okay.
This is taking a wonderful turn.
I'll roll to fly. Absolutely, Lola. What do I have to roll to fly?
I just want to go on record. I don't want to speak for all my fellow players.
Of course.
But if the last session is just a one-on-one D&D session of Chris and Hom looking for cheese and just the various adventures that they get on, I'll watch that. I'm fine with that. Like, I'll just be here for a couple hours and I'll be like, yeah, quality
it's
app.
okay.
Yeah.
That's a really good use of spell slots.
Revolutionizing D&D
please.
by having the audience be part of the session.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm unironically here for it.
I rolled an 18 on a Constitution check to try and fly.
Oh my gosh. So what happens is, as you begin to concentrate incredibly hard and your upper arms like attached, like go up the rigging as if to kind of give yourself a little bit of an assist to leave the ground, and you lift your toes, you stay on the ground.
Lola, I have an intelligence of 9. I will have you know I know the difference between climbing and flying. Unbelievable. The rudeness is really. I will try and fly. It doesn't work. I wonder once again if I'm ever really going to be a true were shark. And if I think it's something I actually want.
But you closed your eyes, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Is it gone now?
Cheese is no longer there. Whilst this is happening...
Can I roll a perception check for the cheese again?
Yeah.
Actually, no.
In the background of every scene from now on. Cheese. Stalking around the ship saying the word cheese under their breath. I will find a cheese. This is that over and over again.
She would have noticed that that persecution, and from time to time would have cast haste on home.
So I think I'm having a heart attack because I can't find the cheese. Very fast.
And I will be like, the next step is to become a workshop is you get faster and faster and faster.
Oh, doesn't it feeling like... So move my hand.
Has that happened to you?
No, my hand moves really fast right now. It's not helping me get the cheese, actually. It's all I want.
Pretty notably, where would this conversation be happening?
Where's the last place I saw the cheese?
I think it would be down in the hold at one point. This is a situation like that happens over many days. Many days.
Look, if you've seen the film Taken, I'm Liam Neeson and the cheese is my daughter. I'm going to hunt it down until the end of time.
Which do you think? I mean, trying to eat your daughter?
Yeah, what of it?
Okay, let's not touch on that. So you're in the hold. I think, like, in the background of this conversation, Brian probably came down for something, saw it happening. I just note away.
But definitely at some point or other, whenever Hom's getting particularly frustrated,
all the time,
she will like take a piece of cheese from the pantry, like the small bits.
So you have cheese already.
But that doesn't change Hom's attitude in the
Absolutely
players.
not.
Brian knows that.
I will give Brian,
and then she'll get really like fine fishing wire, wrap it around some cheese, wait for Hom to come around the corner, let Hom see it, pull it away, and basically just make sure that Hom doesn't entirely destroy the ship in frustration at the cheese not being around.
Also, if Brian sometimes gives me a piece of cheese, then I will give Brian like a big old lobster claw on the shoulder and go, "You understand me? I need this to keep me strong. Find the other cheese."
I got you back, buddy. I got you back.
In order to stalk your prey, you have to think like a prey.
Think like cheese. just to help the plot along, I will, during one of these mini conversations, look at Brian and go,
Hey, can I ask you something?
You don't do that very often.
I rolled a perception check and I noticed something.
So that is good. Something bad.
I'm feeling very 16 about your feelings right now.
Whenever you're in a room and Ashley comes in, you leave the room. And whenever Ashley's in a room and you walk in a room, you walk out the room. Now, I think sometimes when you're in a room and Ashley walks in the room, Ashley leaves the room, but I ain't got proof of that.
Ashley walks in.
I will literally watch Ashley walk in and then look at Brian, look at Ashley and wait for something to happen because I know, Hom knows that something's going to happen, but I don't know what.
Is Myrtle behind this? Like, where is Myrtle currently?
I think I'm not going to say Myrtle's behind it, but what I will say, not to take any agency away from Hom or Chris, but I think that Myrtle also, I feel like maybe only vaguely would have noticed. He's not very insightful. He's got his own stuff going on. But I think also is bringing a similar energy, would have brought a similar energy to Hom as like, is that happening? I don't know. I'm not sure. There's a lot going on. Is there what? And then maybe would have mentioned it to something, but I don't. I think if it became, I think Myrtle would, if it became a problem, step in. But otherwise, it's like they're dealing with. They'll deal with it.
Of course. So Brian is talking to Hom down. I don't know, possibly in the. Not really a cafeteria, basically the place where you get food.
Galley.
So,
Yes, that.
Ashley, I think Ashley would have probably Hom already mentioned this to Ashley as well, and Ashley just teleported away. Like, I don't have time for this.
Oh.
So Ashley will just give a look to Brian and just wink, walk to Hom and say, I have good news and bad news.
Oh, give me the good news first.
Well, the good news is that it's about time for you to become a work shark. I've been counting the minutes since you were like bitten.
Oh,
About time.
okay.
I extend my hands like in sign of for you to reach them.
Reach out my hands.
Think strongly. Be the shark.
Be the shark.
The shark. Give me your best, raw shark. And I'm gonna cast polymorph.
Yeah. So, in other news, in the last conversations, our players leveled up. So,
Incredible use of that spell.
You feeling that? You feeling that? Come on, just let. Just lean into this.
Some men will transform their shipmates from lobsters into fake were sharks just to avoid therapy and talking about their feelings. It's really wow.
I'm a shark right now, yeah?
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
I'm just
You can breathe for a
envisioning
while.
this situation. Like, you're on the galley, which, okay, fortunately, at the top of it's not like down in the depths. It's like.
So, sharks don't speak any language. I have an int of -5. But I think. So, what I want to.
That's one way to avoid a conversation.
This is Ash's way to have a moment of privacy with Brian.
While I choke in the background?
Okay.
I'm game.
So just okay. The scene is very much that you are in the galley, which isn't huge because there's limited space on the ship. But Hom and Brian were talking. You walked in, heard, maybe caught some of the conversation. Were like, okay, go and transform Hom into a shark. So now a shark is taking up most of the room in the galley, and I would like you to both give me a dex save.
I lean in. I'm just like, I think that was as well the purpose. So Brian and Ashley get together, just like pushed by the.
Yeah,
Just
you are
ask
kind
for a
of
hug.
stuck at one side, at the far end of the galley wall, but next to each other, whilst this shark seems to flap about and, fortunately, is not facing you.
What's my intelligence score now, Ellie?
1.
What? Okay.
Yeah, as I said, fortunately, is not facing you. Okay.
Like, apropos of nothing, I rolled a d20, the intelligence check, with the feeling of I should probably find some water, otherwise I might die. I have rolled a nat 20. It's up to you how that occurs.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, so this shark is facing away from you, fortunately, I guess, towards the door, but it, in Hom's situation, Hom's situation is very much that Hom the shark is trapped in this room that is very slowly, well, no, not quite so slowly, because Hom the shark is flailing the fuck out, is destroying the rest of the galley around you whilst you are stuck against the wall.
I think
Nonchalantly, Brian's just like, I guess metal.
Took another ship, an entire combat to put a dent in any of us, and we're just going to immediately destroy our own ship.
Cool.
So that is the scene at which you can have a conversation if you so wish.
So I guess.
We have to be this close to each other?
I mean, we have literally spoken no word since I aboard.
Do you not think that might have been by design?
Listen, I'm really sorry about you and Uriel. Uriel was all the time talking about you. I know you were really close friends. I'm not sure to what extent, but he was always talking about how good of a pirate you were, and seeing you slayed all those pirates days ago. I'm just impressed how much you've grown. Not that you weren't good before, but it's just such a change since last time we saw each other.
I'm going to do something that I never said I would with this character, which is I'm going to make an insight check on whether she thinks as she's talking out his ass or whether he's actually trying to do something. Oh, hello. Natural 20.
Actually,
21.
Actually, open up. Like, something that rarely, right? I mean, probably that is what you just did, what Brian did, is probably the same suspicions that everybody has about Ashley. Like, what is Ashley up to? With Ashley's always up to something. But you have the impression that just right now, there is an opening.
I don't, as like weirdly nice as that is, I don't even know if I need your, to be impressed of me.
Oh, I'm not saying this to, I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
Dude, come on! You literally we had some fun and you ditched. It's not the nicest thing anybody's done. I'm pissed at you, but I kind of thought we could just get on with this job. And well, you walked out of the room when I entered, and when you entered, I walked out of the room. It seemed fairly. You sort of get shoved by Holmes' tail.
All of this is with the background is a lot of flailing. I do just want to kind of dip away from this conversation slightly to the outside of the situation. And I would like to mention that the galley is somewhat near where the library is of sorts, which tends to be Vale's haunt on the ship sometimes. So I'm wondering, what's Vale's take on-
Vale is, rifling through a whole bunch of different books we have on the ship, going through like charting logs, whatever. And I'm looking for a whole bunch of children's fairy tales and nursery rhymes to tell to our captive. And I have like a whole stack of the few that we keep and that we've like probably plundered from a few chests or whatever. There's the whatever commotion of someone being turned into a shark, and it's like, it's just another damn in the ship. They continue going through my stuff.
Yeah, the rest of the crew is running around wildly, attempting to be like, who the fuck put a shark on our ship? But yeah, that's...
Whoa, there's a shark on our ship? Are we having seafood tonight?
I mean, either way, yes.
Yo, I've got to see this. Okay. And I'll like run out with like a stack of books.
Yeah, so you see the this room being slowly demolished. You can't quite see the two of them in the background, but they are there and continuing to have a conversation whilst this massive shark is just flailing around this room.
Flail.
So, yeah, what?
Hey, Ashy, Pickles. Hi. Love what you've done with the place.
So you can't actually see them.
I can't see
beyond,
them at all.
No, you can't
Beautiful.
see them. Yeah, I'm just gonna let the shark. You can see the shark.
It's
though.
just the shark. Beautiful. I will cat claws out and say like, well, free meal. I'll rake into the shark with my cat claws.
Sure. Give me an attack roll.
Let's see.
Ali, I don't know my AC.
I got a 20.
I'm just gonna go.
13.
It's a 19 plus 3.
Uh-huh.
And
126 hit points.
Yeah.
that's 5 points of damage.
Cool.
Sure. Wonderful.
Sashimi.
Okay.
Meal.
with that occurring, I don't know if there is any further movement from the shark. I imagine so, but you get squashed.
I can't go anywhere.
No, you can't.
I don't have a walking
So
speed.
what actually happens is that you just flail and they get smushed together just a little bit more. And we're
Right.
back in that conversation.
Fine.
Just gonna save some elbow grease.
So Brian has just said, like, look, you dined and dashed.
I'm not good at these kind of things. I just want to say that for what it's worth, I'm really sorry that you didn't have the chance to say goodbye to Uriel. And I really think you have splendid. Well, actually, Uriel and I always talk about you and the amazing future that you have in front of you.
Yeah, about that. I kind of just left it because I just assumed whatever you did was probably stupid of some kind. But what happened between you two? How did you end up like this?
We're not talking about me here. We're talking about you. And you know, Ash is not comfortable. with
The
that.
shark asks question. Is Uriel your skull?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
So Ashy will take out the ocarina bone.
I imagine it's a very, like, it's very difficult
Very
to take
tight,
anything
yeah,
out of
very
the
Keys out of like tight jeans.
You say, please stop calling the ocarina of bone.
Well, you know, love is a very powerful and intoxicating feeling.
Oh my god, what did you do?
I did nothing but follow the instructions. And I promise everything was planned, but sometimes things go south. Sometimes you roll a nat one.
Actually, speaking to you, I totally understand that.
Right? So, as you will get into details of what happened, and probably Brian's face would be like, and that's it.
Okay. I do love how in this conversation that it was very much a like, you dined and dashed, and then but you're talking to me about how much Uriel, this other person that we both knew, like really talked about me and didn't actually, didn't even.
Lola, sometimes our triangles are weird. You know, it's just a thing.
Sometimes they are. Like, whilst that conversation continues and all of this drama unfolds, Brian finds out why Uriel's head is now the skull that Ashley blows occasionally.
Are we literally saying that we cannot broadcast what happened? That's what we're saying. We cannot broadcast it. That's
I guess not.
Fine.
We have a little PSA in the middle of the episode.
So the rest of you are dealing. Well, I say the rest of you. Vale, I assume Myrtle has also got involved in the situation.
So I'm gonna say Myrtle hasn't, because large thumps is not uncommon, and all like no one's shouting for help. You know,
I mean, there was shouts of, why is there a fucking shark on our ship?
Well, yeah,
that could hear free food, free food.
Are you eating me raw while I'm still alive?
You know, you've got to let the chefs do their thing, so I'm just getting what I can. It's about collecting ingredients first, and then.
Slightly better.
But so if it is narratively useful for Myrtle to be there, Myrtle would like I think Myrtle would just wander by and just like look in.
Yeah.
Somebody put a shark in
learning
here.
so much about this crew. Yeah.
So
can you
just a look, Nathan? Is that all I'm getting?
To wrap up the scene, I think Ashley will just drop polymorph.
Okay.
And
I was gonna ask how Hom the shark is doing before you did that.
Hom can breathe air and water, so has never experienced suffocation before.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Your gift to me, I understand.
You are used to that. Who knows?
Yeah,
With
that's
that
true.
wonderfully dark situation occurring right in front of you,
Oh, look at
literally
this
pressed up
mess.
to your faces. Yeah. Sorry.
Spoiler alert. What happened with Uriel also involved polymorph.
Oh.
I don't know if that makes it better. You know what? All I'm going to right, Ashi, let's leave it at this. We're fine. I'm kind of over it. It was just, it was kind of fun to make you suffer, but in the end, it turned out you just didn't really care. So, we're cool. I'm over it. Somehow Hom made this happen, but also, oh my God, this place is a mess. Metal will fix it. It's fine. And she just sort of walks over, gives Hom a pat on what would be their shoulder.
I have shoulders. Just big.
Yeah.
Big shoulders, and and pass them a chunk of cheese, and we'll go good job, buddy. And she'll walk out and wave at Vale and Myrtle.
No.
I will take that at face value and go.
You're right.
Start eating the cheese and just sit there going,
Being aware a shark's gonna be tough.
like that's all I've got.
Brian does not leave the room because Myrtle is there watching you all have this, and it's kind of the oh, okay. Brian and Ashy, they're working stuff out. It's best to just stay out of it. It's going to be a whole thing. And shark. Okay, that's Hom. Great. But Myrtle sees you walking away from the mess that Hom caused, and is just standing in the doorway, and I'm imagining he just has like
Did
a little
Hom
tin.
really cause the mess?
Oh, yeah.
Hom was...
Myrtle
Which
says yes.
came
Myrtle
first?
I have
says
no problem with this conclusion.
everyone in this room is responsible. But Myrtle doesn't say a word. He just has a little like tin, like a little tiny tin of like coffee or something, and he just like looks at Brian as Brian's walking, looks down at the mess, looks back, and then closes the door. and I don't know, probably not literally locks everyone in, but closes the door on anyone still in this room. And you know the expectation is that this had better be cleaned up by the time Myrtle comes back around.
Well, then I will say to the other three,
You should all go. I'll clear this up. I gotta be careful with my were-sharking.
Vale walks up to Hom very solemnly, hand on whatever part of your side I can reach. And I say, I'm sorry for thinking about eating you. And then I'll start casting mending on the walls.
Precipitation.
I understand. I was probably a very tasty shark.
Probably would have been, yeah. Do you want to fish for shark later?
Might be cannibalism for me now.
Oh, yeah, the whole were-shark thing.
Oh, yeah. Actually, at some point, fix that, okay? Like, do what you're doing, whatever, but just at some point, fix that, okay?
I mean, if you want a blessing from a god, maybe we can, like, get the whole exorcism cleanse thing going.
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I was excited by the idea of being a were-shark, but now I've been, like, drowning in air. I don't like it.
You had your cake and you ate it too.
Why would you not eat your cake?
Well, some cakes are for looking at and some cakes are for eating.
That's a terrible. Why would you look at a cake and not eat it? I don't understand that.
Well, you know.
As,
And I just start mending the walls.
as we are cleaning, Ashley will cast Speak with That.
Speak with what?
oh my God.
That.
Oh God.
Speak with the dead. Oh.
But because there is complications with the physiology that now is Uriel, it will just start whistling. Nice melodies. So it's like automatic your career. Maybe one of them will be like a song that Brain recognizes, probably my favorite song.
Oh.
And Ashley will just start cleaning. It's mostly pretending.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, certainly Clip Brian is not tidying in the slightest. And at some point, you will definitely just pick the lock and disappear.
We turn around and you're not there.
Yeah. I think that we will leave you.
This is what you wanted, right, Lola? This is,
Yeah.
This tapestry
Oh,
of
good.
misery.
I'd say it's probably maybe a week or so after the event. The air has been cleared, the galley cleaned and put back to rights. Yep, there is still cheese to be hunted. I think you spotted it a few more times, but not quite achieved it, unfortunately.
Well, that will be my goal forever and in eternity.
Yeah.
Find the cheese.
Yeah.
And maybe stop being a were-shark. These are important things.
Yeah. I don't think you've had any more were-shark incidents. However,
Could happen in any minute.
Okay, I got
you
it.
have all congregated because it has now been perhaps a week or so since you took on this prisoner, and they have been well fed. But no one has actively spoken to them. You haven't really agreed on how you are going to approach the situation, as it were.
So I've got a copy of Jack and Jill, Little Bo Peep, just a couple of the fan favorites. I was thinking, show them the best of us, put the best foot forward, really make them feel welcome, and you see where we can go from there,
What do we want to know from them?
I think why they were targeting our ship to begin with.
Were they targeting me?
Well, it's not often that we get accosted by all sorts of different people on the sea.
Ashley is not happy with this accusation. Ashley would have also noticed that for some reason his name is not as frequent in the list. It's almost like they don't want Ashley close to the prisoner.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry for taking up some of your spots on the list, Ashley. I just thought, we could have some more conversations with them, if that's okay. And ignore the fact that I paired you up with Metal a couple of times. Just, again, thought it'd be like buddy system sort of thing.
I think in the case of this, we really should decide how we're going to approach it. Not really, this is the captain speaking, by the way. Yes, literally. This is the captain speaking, coming over the tap deck.
So take your seatbelts on at all times.
And no were sharks in the galley in the future. No,
Okay, I won't step in the galley again, that's fine.
Now there is a sign.
There's a growing list of things Tom isn't allowed to do on the ship.
yeah. Well, we really should address the situation. Like, we...
I mean, I vote for the stories, But, it's just me.
We want to ask him questions, so we should ask him questions.
I could get assertive.
You know what? This is an ideas session, and I love that everybody's having ideas. So let's get out all the ideas, and then we can whittle down the list. And I'm just going to put that one at the bottom.
What does it mean?
Assertive.
Well, I have this spell that allows me to ask questions to corpses. There is a gap between now and the corpse.
More spaghetti on the wall. Let's just put that in the bin, though.
I have to say that when they're attacking us, fine, things happen in the heat of the fog and battle and so on. I'm not big on people dying on my ship. I mean, anybody else have any ideas, Brian?
Not in the privy, at least. Anyway, that's just a meaning.
Yeah.
I do think we should be assertive. Not that way. That's
Ashley goes like,
that's
what?
bad. That's and he looks at Vale. That's not a direction I feel comfortable with. But I think it's time to really put the screws to this cowardly wizard.
Are we going to have a wizard debate?
We're going to use screws?
Are you too close to this battle? You feel like you might be too close to this.
Wait, but
no, I need to be closer.
How best?
It's finally he's been marinating for a week, and now he can be confronted.
Who put him in a marinade? That seems mean. A whole week? That would hurt.
Yeah, but think of the play. I mean,
I think I should talk to him. Is what I think.
I don't believe that we should be threatening to eat our prisoners.
That wasn't the intention. I didn't threaten.
I didn't threaten to eat him. I'm just pointing out.
I'm sorry.
He's been in a marinade for a week, which seems kind of mean if we're not going to eat him.
Yeah, I mean, we've already had a bit of a situation with a crew member attempting to eat. I
was under the impression that there was a shark on the ship.
Hey, it's my fault. I'm a were-shark. I have to understand that people are going to have boundary issues with that, and I need to be real careful about where I potentially might turn into. That's why I don't spend any time under in the hold anymore in case I break a hole in it.
Brian's just going to look at Ashy again.
Yeah, I would appreciate it if you didn't do that.
Yeah, I'm real sorry. It's my fault.
We'll talk about that after, Captain.
Yeah.
But I think you put me in that room with him. and I'll have ways of getting him to talk, namely talking to him, but like as his superior wizard rival.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, hold on 1 second, Myrtle. I want to, if it's okay, take out a page from my book, rip out a couple pages, and just fashion a little, like, origami ascot for Myrtle and enhance ability on you, so that you have, I think, Eagle Splendor or something? Yeah.
It's the charisma one, yeah.
You have advantage on charisma checks.
Nice. I'm gonna cast Son of Truth.
I mean, just in this meeting that you're in
No.
currently?
Outside the room where.
Okay. Yeah, you weren't having this conversation outside the latrine, by the way. Like that. Interesting.
I'm going to lean over to Brian and go,
Wouldn't it be quite hard to talk to him if he's been marinating for a week? Like,
It's gonna be soft.
I'm not gonna lie, I just really
Exact
kinda
Ashley
wanna
gets
go, like, marinate something.
like anything?
No, like something. Thinking like, should we have a barbecue? I mean, no, we've got stuff to do. I'm getting so distracted.
Let's start making our barbecue
I mean,
list.
we could break to eat and then decide, and then we could take the prisoners some food after as well.
Wouldn't it be kind of insulting to give someone food that's been marinated after they've been marinated for a week? That seems real, like, pointed.
I think you found like a lot of layers. Maybe we can like come back to the surface a little bit. Let's just assume, hey, marination's fine.
Okay. Okay.
But I like your thought process.
I'm saying, let me at him, Captain.
Right.
A battle of the wits. I've already won one battle. I'll win another.
Maybe give him like Vale and Ashy as well.
Yeah. I think that needs to be a bit of a team effort. Like all situations are generally on the ship, and his capture. So I say that you will have a team, and obviously you can spearhead it. You're a wonderful bosun, but I think that there should be others in the room. And I mean, Ergol has literally just been like leaning against the wall and it's like grunts in assent of, yeah, I'll be there. And your first mate. And the rest of you, yeah, you should also be there and
To watch. As
yes.
I break his spirit and win him over.
I don't. Breaking of spirits is
like intellectually. It's a wizard thing.
It's a wizard thing.
Right. So not something that I would understand. So that's you do
I'll
wizard
keep an eye
stuff.
on Captain.
Wonderful, wonderful, Vale and Architects. Okay. Well, I would say now that you brought up the mention of barbecue. So
Well, maybe if the conversation goes well, we can have another guest to the barbecue, huh?
very true.
Or we make it really good smelling barbecue, and that piques his hunger.
You
Gets
have
willing to deal.
made me very hungry. So I say yes to the barbecue, and they can stew a little longer. Just a little bit longer.
so we're taking a break from the plot to have a barbecue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
I will.
It's all
prepare
part
the
of
shrimp.
it. Were you not listening, Chris? It's all part of it. It's
But I'm
soaking
thinking-
those
think of
flames of hunger and
breakdown.
desire.
Think of this poor person as they smell all of those incredible things being cooked.
Honestly, now just thinking about Hom watching Brian cook shrimp and how they feel about it.
That's also a solid point. But I feel like Brian would be conscious. So I feel like we'd already have discovered
Yeah,
this.
probably fine
many
with
times.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
I would probably eat my own kind if there were any, so
Hey, as long as you don't have any catfish, we're good.
Don't even look like cats.
It's a fun little play on words.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll do better next time. Next joke.
We are made of a lot of edible creatures between turtles and lobsters and whatnots and shrimps.
And lions?
Sorry.
Who eats a lion?
I think you all get pretty engrossed in the barbecue situation, and there is more crew robbery. I think that it probably takes you another day or so before you readdress the situation.
Let's be honest, we got way too drunk.
Slamming through that plot. Oh,
Everybody got sunburned.
protein.
Everybody got a bit of heat stroke, and we kind of just forgot what we were supposed to be
Lazy
doing.
nap right afterwards.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, you know. You get distracted by food, and yes, one of the crew members was dispatched to leave a portion of some of the not the choicest cuts, but the prison did get barbecue.
It all smells good, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and actually, you just said something that got slightly covered up.
Sorry, yes.
I will use the barbecue to take home apart and do what needs to be done.
I'm eating a plate of ribs. Go ahead.
Listen, the whole thing of the work shark,
Yeah, I know. No.
I think it's making some people really uncomfortable. So why do we keep it secret between you and I? From now on, don't tell anyone that you're a work shark.
But Ashley, how can I keep it a secret when I turn into sharks?
Because if you keep it a secret, I think you can keep the transformation like suppressed. I mean, one time I read a book like that. It might not work, but I think it's worth a shot.
Okay, so if someone says, how's the were sharkin going? I go, what were sharkin?
Mm-hmm. To say, I'm not a were shark. That's it.
Not a were shark.
I always want you to roll something, but the thing is, Hom is just so.
Hey,
Hom would just
I made a
believe it
choice
anyway.
real early on that I would never roll insight check on Ashy because we're buddies.
And that was not what I meant by fix it, but I love it.
Just incredible interactions.
Let you just double down instead.
Okay, so if someone says, I'm a were shark, I should say back, and quite forcefully, I'm not a were shark.
And in the meanwhile, I will look for a cure.
Actually, if I didn't have you, you are bestest of friends. I want one of these ribs.
Yeah, big hug.
Like, I don't know, a third of your leg? Or like half
No,
of your...
I'm not that big. Like, I have two sets of arms, so like the top set will be doing them. They'll be handing you like.
Do you want one of these ribs?
I do.
Okay. You believe that thing. You wake up right and early-ish. I mean, it's your shift. And Urgle is the one that is standing at the door to kind of say, I think it's probably time that we get this done, maybe.
Metal, I'll cast Enhance Ability New again to give you some extra charisma. Right, so are we all going in? Yeah, I'm sort of excited for this.
So I would like to first, I need to set the scene. Myrtle has been sitting by the door for a little bit. He's just sitting there. He's sharpening a wand on his book. Just kidding.
Sorry.
There's the Eye of the Tiger playing in the background.
Sorry, you're sitting outside the latrine or
Yeah.
in the court? Okay, so you didn't sleep that night.
Well,
In
he
the
just got up
quarters.
early, you know.
Okay.
He went beeline straight there. He did all his morning yelling at people to do things, you know, kind of walking
Exactly.
and talking, and then kind of went there. But I'm going to pitch to you, Lola, that I make this indeed a proper wizardly, you know, kind of meeting between two minds. Specifically, you know, I'm imagining a little bit, not quite, but kind of same vibe of like in Princess Bride, when he talks with the Sicilian and they're kind of doing that like back and forth of like, who is the one, which cup is the poison in, and I know this, and blah blah blah, and I'm outthinking you and I'm outflanking you, and that this would be Myrtle's approach, is that he wants to go in and just try to convince this person that it's like, you're stuck in here. I beat you fair and square. Obviously, you're in trouble. You're outnumbered. We're going to where allies are. All you can do is just, kind of cooperate, and we can make sure that you're a little bit better taken care of. He's trying to make like logical arguments and trying to kind of like outmaneuver and have answers for all of this other wizard's kind of like ideas, questions, or like rebuttals or what have you. So I'm pitching that it is indeed intelligence based. That this is, because this is a battle of wits in a way. I'm trying to get him to see the logical, kind of side of things, of like, you should just cooperate with us, because like, what else are you gonna do?
Of course.
DM, can I use instant charisma? Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like someone like.
I could change that right now.
I was going to say. That's why I didn't want to go too much further, is like, because I know that there are other things that spell can buff as well, such as intelligence.
Yeah. I'm going to fashion you a pair of paper glasses and
Perfect.
buff your intelligence.
My question is,
Lola says no.
Well, and you've committed to casting that spell? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ali.
but it's not like how Myrtle feels at that. Like, is Myrtle okay of saying, I'm gonna cast this spell because you might need help? Or more like, I don't need help because I'm so clever?
I think Myrtle is... I think that's a good question. But I think also Myrtle, more than anything, wants to win. I think ultimately, obviously he'd like to do it on his own, but he's a wizard, and wizards are like, if I'm not using magic to win, what am I doing? Of course, that's like part of it. Again, I'm using the resources available to me.
Yeah.
Is there a spell that can fix this, or a book I can read to fix this, or someone I can have do it too? Great. Yes, I'd like to do that because I want to win. Thank you.
Okay. Well, let us see Myrtle win. So the rest of you will, with Urgle following behind, approach the tree.
Hey, Myrtle, before you go in, if you get an opportunity, could you ask about the cheese?
Everything is on the table. And he pauses, realizes what he said, and says, I don't think the cheese is going to literally be on the table.
I've already gone to find a table. I'm sorry.
Even with the advantage on intelligence, you didn't quite see it in time.
I'm going to cast Son of Truth outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm assuming that you're not all going to crowd into the latrine. So
it's just here behind the door.
I would like to have eyes on this guy, though, if I can.
No. I am suggesting that you open the door and usher them.
I was going to say, we don't necessarily have to keep them in the same room, air quotes room.
That is
They can
true.
maybe move them to the galley or something. That is the toilet room.
Galley. The poor abused galley. Okay.
And then there's a line of 8 sailors who are like, thank God, finally the prisoner's out of the latrine.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think we established that no one was using it anyway.
That's true.
Maybe for someone it was a reading spot.
This has been here the whole time. But yes, we either take them to a second location or question them in the latrine, whatever. But either way.
What is everyone's passive perception?
Mine's a 20.
12.
Okay, cool. So you would notice as you are leading this prisoner, there are some scratches and general things on the wall, possibly runic shape, maybe.
Runic. Okay. if I could at this point in time, could I like make an insight check or use my passive insight to just get a read on how this person's feeling, what their demeanor seems to be?
Surprisingly, they seem a bit cocky.
Cocky. Okay. I'll point out the etchings to Myrtle, just like, hey, you know, I don't have as much as trained in as eye as you do, but I recognize a wizard marking when I see one. What do those mean, Myrtle?
What are these again? Sorry?
So they're kind of etchings on the walls of the latrine. They're just kind of slightly runic. You think it's some kind of thing. Give me an Arcana check.
I would love to, with advantage.
Yeah. Yes, with advantage.
That's teamwork right there.
26.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. So, for some reason, it is somewhat in a language you can't quite understand, but you can. I think you've seen things that are very similar, and can maybe pass a few things. It's perhaps there is a mention of shocks. There is a mention of storms. There's a mention of you see kind of something that alludes to a box, but you can't quite pass the entirety of the language because it's not quite wizardly language. It's not. It has some elements that you don't quite connect with. You could always ask about it.
Is it in deep speech?
No.
Okay.
Is it magic in nature? Like, is it?
So there is an element of there is an element of magic, but it's not. It is not. It is not them actively casting magic.
Is it exuding any sort of magical, like, anything?
I think you would have to do some kind of detection spell to do that. But your prisoner is walking away.
Does Metal share any of that with us, or is this just like in a mind palace working things out?
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Yeah. So you get the general sense of smugness from this person. I assume that you are... Sorry?
What did you say, sorry?
Smugness in this person. They're thinking... I think...
Let's go inside.
Okay.
Could you please make a Wisdom 15?
Yeah. So they rolled a 13.
I've got deep. I go and could you please tell me? It's not that you need to tell me what. Yeah. So initially it's just the thoughts of the creature, and now something that is glooming, or that is the emotional state, or something more information about this.
So I would say the emotional state is kind of like, as I said, smug. But it's kind of like there's definitely an expectation. There's this general feeling of I'm here where I want to be. And I mean, yes, initially they hadn't planned to be here, but they feel like in some way they have turned it to their advantage. And now there is just a feeling and kind of expectation, almost.
I will panic and communicate that to Myrtle, as probably grab Vale and run to the latrine.
Oh, okay. I didn't need to go, but okay.
Whilst I guess Hom is looking for the cheese.
I'm looking on tables because Myrtle said the cheese everything was on the table, and everything clearly isn't on the table, which is confusing to me. So I will be returning to ask Myrtle about that at an inopportune moment.
Brian, are you still walking with the prisoner?
She'll stay with the prisoner for now, but just sort of, she's just pretending to help for now. She's listening, but this is the point where the smart people do the smart thing and they figure out the smart stuff and then they tell her the smart stuff. Like, she's not stupid, but she's lazy. So she doesn't generally, unless someone specifically asks her, she won't offer up, she won't look into what people are saying to her very often. So she'll be just sort of chilling and doing as she's asked. For now, she might get bored, but we'll see.
So I will cast detect magic on it.
Okay.
Because this is all part of the game, baby. Slayers.
Already begun the wizard.
It's already started.
Yeah.
Just reminding myself what flavors of magic.
Right, and I as GM never prepare any of it, so you can just say like, it's vaguely this, and you will not put me out.
What do you get?
It's like
fake gore of green. What does that mean?
Yeah, don't need to give me what the rules of magic are if that is useful in like for you, because I don't know, it's like a bad kind, or it's like it helps. It's a protect one.
So
that's cool.
It's like a spell that a god gave them to do magic of the gods.
I think that yes, you do get some kind of divine sense from it. And
Lola, he didn't cast divine sense. Come on. Hey, I'm looking for cheese. I'm not here. I'm looking for cheese.
Sorry.
I said, I'm not here. I'm looking for cheese.
Okay, so not divine, a sense of the divine. Okay, you get some sense of the divine, some kind of it doesn't really glow in the kind of sense of what you would usually expect, but it's almost like a call of sorts.
So Myrtle seeing this and knowing, like, recognizing that he does not know what this is. Like, he has cast detect magic. He has tried to figure it out on his own to put it together and still is not 100% sure what it is going to calls out to Brian and just like, oh, hold on for 1 minute. And then, like, I'm imagining like Brian and the wizard, the captured wizard, like turn around and Myrtle gives him like a dead look and says, no more of this. And he casts Dispel Magic on whatever has been cast inside of there and just like tries to like take his little turtle hand and maybe also his book and just like wipe it off of the sides. Okay. So it automatically ends anything third level or lower. And if it's 4th level or higher, I can roll to do something.
Mm-hmm. You do not need to roll. It dissipates. That you feel like that kind of sense is gone.
I'm guessing it was a super cool, like, not a.
So yeah, it was dramatically appropriate. For once, Myrtle managed to even accidentally be kind of cool and badass in the moment, as opposed to like, wait, it's just this little bit isn't coming off.
They busted up the glockenspiel for the sound effect.
I think whilst there's that kind of slight, but it's almost like almost a slight falling of the face, but they're trying very hard not to give anything away.
And then we continue walking. And then Myrtle just like, as soon as it's done, just like walks and keeps going to wherever we decided we were going to do this.
Is Myrtle feeling really cool right now? Like, just do that cool move. Like, I've got it all down.
No, not yet. Okay. It's all because we're in it, Okay. Like, this is the life and death. This is the back and forth.
You just
he's
tell
in
me
his element, but he's not triumphant.
Mind games have begun.
You tell me when me interrupting it would ruin it for you the most, and that's what.
I'm sure, Chris. I'm sure you'll know.
Brian will whisper into the wizard's ear, making sure specifically Myrtle cannot hear 2-0.
2.
Just see if I can frustrate the wizard a little bit.
This is how now you see me 2 scene.
Do you imagine that you've won?
I'm talking about wizard versus wizard. I don't care about the rest. But clearly something else is going to happen because you're being smug.
No, it's fine. You're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you've treated me wonderfully. I'm not best pleased about being kept in the tree, but...
Nobody uses it anyway. It didn't smell. It's fine.
It's also the most comfortable seat in the house.
I mean, I didn't exactly sit on it. I don't think they would, unless you shouted that. But yeah, no, they didn't sit on it the entire time. That is a way to get piles. Don't do that, people.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, sit on it for an hour on your phone. No.
Yeah, no. I admit it was comfortable, but I didn't.
No. So are you going to talk to me before talking to, everybody else?
What do you want to know?
Shit.
They're not doing anything to modulate their voice, by the way.
I hope that, the barbecue yesterday was to your liking.
Oh, it was very tasty. I much appreciated that.
Incredible. It's nice here on the Greedy Darwin. And when our friend here, Myrtle, is done just having a nice little chat with you, I'm sure that there's a beautiful and bright future here with us on the ship, if that's your sort of thing. But, no pressure. If you've got things you got to do.
What about that box?
So that was going to be one of the things we were going to ask you. Myrtle, do you want to take it from here?
Myrtle, I'm imagining we've made it to whatever table that we're seated at, and everyone sat down, and you see Myrtle's little wizard hat go over the table and onto the chair, where he has to presumably probably stand a little bit instead of sit down. And he has his various spell books and familiars and stuff, and he kind of sets down his grimoire, kind of like when someone's shuffling sheets of paper, and getting him kind of in order, and just he clunks his book down and sets it down in front of him. And he says, so, quite the predicament you found yourself in.
If you would like to call it that, sure.
Oh, I would.
Okay.
So, not many options here for you, I don't think. Way I see it, and I've been around this ship for a while, so I know how these sorts of things tend to go. And even when we're being our most charitable to folks who are uninterested in cooperation, why, the best you'll be getting is the darkest, dankest cell that we can find for you in Candlekeep.
Oh.
And now
that's where we're headed.
There's a lot of range between that and any number of other options.
You tell them, Myrtle.
Right.
So, the way this ends for you, ultimately, is up to you.
Mm. Yeah.
I mean, I can't say much against your hospitality. Although it was the latrine, it was relatively comfortable.
A great host.
You did kill the rest of my crew.
Self-defense.
They killed us first.
Sure.
Talking about latrine. So as she went back to the train, And you mentioned that there was runes on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna cast Identify.
Okay. There's no magic there anymore.
Curious.
This is a latrine, level 1. Okay.
And there's always some magic in the latrine, isn't there?
Okay.
I don't know if you want to rank on that or.
It's fine.
You could have checked it. We could have checked it before the spell magic was cast.
Easily.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the spell magic. Okay. Then I got the logistics wrong. No, it's fine. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I just didn't have that prepared,
It's
so I
okay.
love that as an idea.
So Ashi was in another ship looking for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And probably there were other magic uses there.
Possibly.
Did Ashi hear anything about signals to keep back to an intel center? Because now that you say smoke, it could be smoke like don't see me or smoke signals, which
Oh, I said
Good one,
smug, but
smug.
you can roll a history check for me.
oh no, good. 3, almost natural 20, but it's a 3.
Okay. I think that like the very idea is just like, I mean, okay. You know what? I think what it is that sometimes Ashi can be a bit objectionable, and I don't know that you ingratiated yourself into the other crew quite so well. And perhaps those conversations didn't happen around you that often.
Understandable. I mean, honestly, yeah. So I will go back. No. I'm gonna do what I wanted to do from the beginning.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Copper
So
Box.
stream? No. Sorry.
I'm gonna go to Copper Box. And that was shady. Anyway, I'm gonna go to Copper Box. I'm gonna cast non-detection on the box. That is 8 hours.
I think you did that already.
But then I will be
But you're redoing
constantly
Yeah.
like, there's no way
redoing it.
people know.
You've
When
been
we-
doing it this whole time. So you have done that.
Yeah.
Okay, so back in the other room, you're still talking to the Senate Wizard.
And yeah, Myrtle is essentially just like outlining where it's like, look, we can there's a wide range of menu options for you to choose from, and there are much better and much worse ones that you could be doing. And is like partially trying to convince them of this, but also trying to see like how much of a true believer are they really, and how much are they willing to be like, I'll go down with the ship, metaphorically speaking.
Mm-hmm. I mean, those options all sound wonderful. I have to say that I don't believe that I will be enjoying any of them. The reason that we came upon you, we're not too fond of scavengers. And we'll kind of spit on the floor. And you have stolen many an item or loot from under our noses, or at least the rest of the Armada. And, well, we all know that anything in the depths belongs to the sea bitch herself, right? Or her loyal followers.
not how I recall finders keepers working.
You tell him, Metal.
Mic drop.
And I'll say this: we of course harbor no direct antipathy. Is that the word I want to use? Resentment. Sure, that's a word. Animosity is another word that Myrtle would have said much better than Nathan just did. Towards you or your god or the sea individual. But
Bitch. Metal, the word was bitch.
That's the name.
Yes. If it was so important and it was so
This time, you went a bit too far.
well, see, that's interesting because you say that, and yet whose ship is still sailing? And last time I checked, that's the real law, is whoever wins is the one who's right.
I mean, they're with her now. And I expect that the rest of us will join her shortly. And we're going to end this half.
Before we do, at that point,
Okay.
Myrtle, there's no cheese on these tables.
Okay. With that, we will take a little break, about 5-10 minutes, and we will come back to this scene. How's it going?
Just saying you promised cheese.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are diving straight back in to this situation. I mean, Myrtle has just been informed very seriously by Hom that there is no cheese on any tables.
seriously, we can get to the plot. Like, I'm just fucking about.
This is Lola trying to be like, guys, the cheese is the plot.
Exactly.
Please.
Like, what have you been doing? I gave you cheese. I gave you cheese.
Win.
Guys, players.
I gave you cheese.
Well, the cheese is not sur la table.
In any case, I'm just gonna roll something right now. Okay. You have the highest passive perception. Fail.
Yes.
At 20. Yes. You can hear a rumbling.
Ooh.
Is it the cheese?
As if. Yes, it's 100% the cheese.
Sentient cheese.
Yeah, a
Birds and
rumbling.
waves everywhere.
You can hear a rumbling outside of the ship. And you are noticing that in the porthole, the area outside is starting to darken, like, quite heavily.
Just ears flick up.
Yeah. But this wizard is still sitting there smugly in front of all of you. Just...
Vel, steps forward during this little interrogation and says, okay, so, just stepping in, neutral third party. What's happening to the outside right now?
I couldn't tell you.
Metal, watch this one really, really closely, and I'll head up to the deck to see if I can see the source of what is shrouding the light from coming in the portholes.
I'll come with.
Yeah,
The
you can
cheese
see
isn't here.
Vale leaving in a rush, so anybody what the clock wants to follow can.
Yeah, the cheese
Okay,
isn't here.
so-
I've got nowhere to be.
You've gone up to the deck and you're seeing the sky start to dark and it looks like there's a storm coming in. But in the in that interrogation room, or the galley, galley, the wizard kind of closes their eyes, breathes in, and says, "She comes." And with that, there's a huge smashing and cracking sound as the entirety of the ship rocks, and a tentacle shoots through the porthole, wraps itself around the wizard, and yanks them back out.
Slow motion, Myrtle's like watching and just.
On the deck of the ship, is there more tentacular action?
So on the deck of the ship, you would have all had, can you make me a dex save? Can you make me dex saves, actually?
Probably
two
not.
of you.
I can roll one. I can't promise I'll make it. Oh,
3.
My natural one.
Okay. Well, I guess as the ship has been portholed, I don't know. I don't know what to call it.
Saying she comes and then portholing the ship is rude. You should ask permission first. Oh no, I broke the game again. Sorry, Lola.
I mean, when you see the opportunity, you have to take it.
Yeah.
That's what was my point.
I was gonna say that turn of phrase is just taking us farther down a direction that is not ideal.
Oh.
In any case, those of you on the top of the ship that have just failed your dex rolls are kind of start to fall towards the side of the ship that the galley is more leaning towards,
Right.
as that has seemed to have been somewhat depressed in the water.
Right.
And the entire shaking of the deck, that means that anything that wasn't strapped down on the deck is now falling in the same direction as you. And as you... Yeah?
Can I try and wrap Veil, because I've got a thick chitinous shell. I won't take that much damage from things falling, but Veil might.
Oh, I also have a climbing speed, so if I can claws side of the ship or deck of the ship to stabilize myself, as Harm helps me not completely get thrown off, then I'll do that.
Sure. I think as you begin to fall and as you grab onto the side, I think it's a situation of you've gone up and over the office. The officer's quarters. No, the side. I don't know what it's called, but there's a thing on the ship that is just another level at the deck. Yeah, at the back of the ship.
That is the poop.
Fine. Yeah. Okay. The poop deck.
Yeah.
The top of the poop deck. You've gone up and over, and you've managed to get your claws into the ship, and you're scrabbling along it. You see.
I don't have claws. I was just
tentacle. I was talking about that.
Oh, okay.
So you see these tentacles come over and begin to climb their way onto the ship, inching along with huge suckers on them. And as these tentacles begin to depress the ship, and something begins to rise, it almost seems like around you there's this kind of suctioning effect as water gets dragged in to this thing below it. And you see this many razor sharp tubes more, and this dark, almost like the depth, dark maw of a shark with tentacles.
A shark with tentacles.
Could have been a kraken, but it's a shark as well. I don't know. Can you roll me initiative?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why does
I have a question. Where is Ashe? So when I said I went to Copper Box, in my mind, Copper Box was always outside.
Yeah.
But probably when
Okay. I imagine that after the situations you've been in, where everyone seems to be going for copperbucks out in the open, you probably would have put copperbucks back into your crew quarters. That's just rather than just leaving them out for the elements.
And from there, is there any tentacle reaching this room?
So it's specifically, this is where I need to look at my ship layout. I did a map and everything. No, I didn't do a map. Did I do a map? I did.
You did.
It's not pinned. It's great that I don't have it pinned. I'm just, whatever, it doesn't matter. Crew quarters are not above the side. So you are on the other side. You also can make me a dex save.
Dex save.
Mm-hmm.
While Ellie's rolling that, have I gone straight towards the Sharknado Nightmare Octopus Kraken? Because Vale could hang on, I couldn't hang on. I do not have a climb speed.
Claws?
I do have claws, but I don't have a climb speed.
Yeah. So essentially you have gone straight towards it.
Cool.
I mean, we're not in initiative yet. You still have to roll it, but did you roll for me?
Ellie, roll a 9.
Right, yeah. What did you get?
I roll a 9 for the dex save.
Okay.
And 10 for initiative.
So you bash into the wall of the cabin.
But that's because of the movement or because
Because
tentacle?
you failed your dex save.
Yeah, it's because the movement, not tentacle.
Yeah, so not tentacle in my sight.
No, you didn't get attacked by a tentacle. You literally, the entirety of the ship got shaken and then tipped almost. So.
Is there a window here that I can see?
Not onto the deck. You can see.
Fine,
not onto the
fine.
deck.
I will have to make my way.
Lolo, do you want us to roll initiative?
Yes, I didn't already ask you to roll initiative.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't roll. I roll with advantage because I'm a level 7 barb. Yeah.
Yes. We're leveled up.
I have. That's an 18.
And with the situation with the transforming one of your crewmates into a shark, I am not sure I should have let you, but it's fine.
Oh no, I trust Ashley completely. Whereas this is definitely a Sharknado issue. 18 for me.
25.
25?
That's rogue privilege.
Not entirely sure what I'm going to do against a tentacly shark, but we'll see.
Look, there's some point where the shark and the tentacles meet.
That's where the magic happens, baby. I rolled a 10.
Okay. Vale?
Got a 13.
Okay.
Like, is it an octopus body or is it a shark body with tentacles growing out of the gills?
So I'm trying to figure out how much you can see. It's honestly a titanic. It's a gargantuan creature. Like I'm not sure that you can fully pass the entirety of it, but you know you're falling towards this gigantic maw.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
Tuesday. Okay.
Okay. At the top of the initiative, it is Rhine. So the entire ship is just shaken as you have watched the pirate wizard literally be grabbed out. Yeah.
Howard.
Yes, of course.
Porthold.
Pulled out of the ship by a massive tentacle. And I'm assuming that you've managed to grab onto something because I'm not going to make you make a death save. Because
I mean, you can.
Brian. I mean, Brian, I assume, will be fine with high dex.
Mike's character auto passes dex saves. Oh, wow. Okay.
No, I just mean in this situation. Okay, fine. Both of you two roll me, like Two Tooth Myrtle and Brian, roll me a dex save.
I'm not even sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was gonna say, I
So
really feel like
26.
Yeah.
I feel like
Funnily
Myrtle really
enough.
got thrown in there. Right at the
Poor
end. 21
Myrtle,
now.
yeah.
Hey, Myrtle,
Sorry, what did
we all get
Myrtle
poor
say?
hold sometimes.
21.
21. Yeah. See, they were absolutely fine.
All right.
They somehow you manage to avoid being like shaken about in that room, even though the entire ship has moved around you. Brian, I imagine it's pure dexterity and just a feat of like speed and movement and the ability to dodge things. Myrtle, I'm imagining to get yourself a little bit more height, you're actually on the grimoire now, and
for
that
sure.
has meant that you weren't moved by the situation. So you've just seen this enemy wizard get portholed. What would you like to do, Brian?
So, like, there's like the logical D&D thing to do, and then there's like what Mike wants to do.
Do that one.
What does Mike want to do? And how do we fit it into a frame of D&D?
Mike wants to follow where the tentacle and the wizard have gone. In fact, actually, briefly, just because we've made it a thing that talking is a free action.
Okay.
I'd love to say, like, Brian looks at Myrtle and she's like, "Do you want the wizard back?"
It's a good question, Brian. Myrtle is going to display some emotional intelligence and says, "I don't have enough information to answer that question right now."
That's good enough for me. And then she will run and launch herself out the hole that's just been created to try and grab hold of
Into
the
a
wizard
mass of
slash tentacle.
tentacles.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
You didn't say yes or no, so she took the auto.
mean-
I kind of want to do what I want to do.
Yeah. Yes,
Which is
I
go get the
am
wizard
happy
back.
for you to do what you want to do. If you die, then it's not my fault.
It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
This is how I die a lot of the time. So it's okay.
Incredible.
Okay, so
Yeah, she was just like, I'd love to launch herself out and basically follow where the wizard is being pulled to sort of either land on that same tentacle. She's got like two daggers out in her hands to use as almost like ice picks, in a sense, to just sort of like stick into something to hold on.
Sure. So you have dived out through that hole, that tentacle, which, I mean, fortunately, the tentacle was much bigger than the wizard. So the wizard didn't kind of get on the way out. But you have jumped into what is essentially this tentacle withdrawing back into a mass of tentacles.
Mm.
You
Sounds like
give
a
me a
Happy to use like a cunning action.
give me
like, dash.
acrobatics to basically make sure you land where you want to land. Essentially,
Let's do this. Oh,
Do it.
that's 19. It's a good start.
yeah, fantastic. Okay, so you land
Hmm.
on this tentacle.
She'll just shout like, "See you on the other side," and launch herself out at Myrtle before she goes. And then she'll look up at the wizard and be like, "We're not done with you yet." And what do I have left after all those things, Lola? Help me. Do I have like an
So
action?
you use your movement.
Oh, cool. I'll take it. And then I'm going to attempt to try and loosen the tentacle grip by just basically like ramming the dagger between the tentacle and sort of where the chest is of the wizard,
Okay.
almost to like pry it off.
The wizard is not helping you in
That's fine.
any way, shape, or form.
I'll just punch him in the face with a bonus action.
Okay. I would need you to give me a strength check.
Oh, that's a problem. Can I use athletics?
No.
Damn it.
How would you imagine that you would?
No idea. It was just worth a try.
Okay. That's
Sometimes
fair.
as a player, you just gotta say stuff. You know. Sometimes you just gotta hope that the
Word
DM's not
vomit
paying
and hope
attention
for the
and be
best.
like, yes, and sure, whatever.
Oh,
Okay. You know what? I feel like I yes and you all a lot.
It's true.
and just
Too
like
much.
put it up.
Yeah, that's
Could be more no buts even, probably. Looking around the table, making eye contact with
well, in
all
this
these
case,
hooligans.
no. 4 won't do it, but
No.
that was your action.
It's not happening. Bonus action.
Dodge, you fool!
I didn't think. Yeah, bonus action.
You could dash back inside.
Yeah, but I've kind of committed to this now.
Is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Wrong.
The only answer.
Why backpedal when you can? This entire crew is defined around the phrase "why backpedal when you can double down." Just
Exactly. Anti footwork, no. Racket shot, that's no.
dodge as a bonus action. You can dodge as a
yeah.
bonus action. As a rogue, it saves your life.
Bonus action doge.
Okay. As you bonus action doge.
So Doge, not chasing.
Yeah.
I don't have much AC. I just can
Actually-
picture like, every single person just watching Brian disappear.
I mean, you could hide, but I don't.
Where?
Exactly. Okay, Ashy, in the room that you are in with Couples, as you have slammed against the wall, you see that the ghostly kind of form of the wormling begins to rise out of the box and kind of begins to rise out of the box and will almost stick its head through the wall.
I sense
But
a Sam Raimi monster somewhere.
That's just goes. A little bit of help here.
not your turn. It's
Talking
not
to
your
free
turn.
action, come on.
Yes, it's true. But you haven't been talked to. Yeah, so
And I think we had like a link, no? Like home? No, Myrtle.
you would remember that you pissed the wormling off.
We've made some good
I
choices.
please everyone. That's not
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Equal
Right.
treatment by
Yeah.
Ashy.
And still, we can work out things, like
Mhm.
teamwork.
Now is absolutely the time for you to work so out. So, yeah, that happens. The wormling has basically stuck their head through the wall. You cannot see what is happening on the other side. I imagine, Vale, you would have out of the corner of your eye somehow, some way, seen the wormlings, poke its head through the wall. And it would come back and disappear back inside.
So it literally went, nope.
Yeah.
I don't know why you imagine a moped. Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's basically gone, what the fuck is happening? And gone, okay,
I'm going to
that's
stay
what's
indoors.
happening. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. Oh,
No.
okay. That brings me to the Shraken.
Shraken!
Shut the fucking. Shut the
The
fucking.
Shraken.
Or the Krark.
Okay.
Less intimidating.
Yeah.
Finally.
Sounds like
We'll
a sort of.
see at the end of this which of the two names it lives up to.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can
As
have
you
a vote
said,
in the
winner
chat.
is right.
Which one you prefer?
Krark sounds
Shraken
like a toad, like NPC.
Sounds like a shoe.
Not to dunk on your idea, Nathan, but it sounds like a toad shoe.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Am I in its mouth? Have I fallen into its mouth?
No, you haven't fallen into its mouth.
Oh.
You're just in the process of falling towards it. I think you probably get caught on the edge of the ship, and it is right in front of you.
Fine.
And in which case, what it is going to do, because you are right in front of its maw.
Oh yeah.
It is going to attempt to bite. I'm not lying. I rolled a 4, but it's a 21.
Oh, that hits, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say if this thing fucking misses me, Lola, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Go on.
Yeah. Funnily enough, it is also a 21 of
Okay.
piercing damage.
I'm not raging yet, so yeah, take it.
Yeah. Okay. So, you're a medium creature or a large creature?
I'm a medium creature.
Okay. Right. So you're now grappled
Yeah.
with its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one of its attacks. It is now going to Brian. You are, I guess it can feel something moving on its corpus or on its tentacles, on its thing. I mean, I don't know. I guess one little thing is kind of insignificant. It's just going to attack it's going to wave the the tentacle that the pirate wizard is on, and it's going to fling that pirate wizard away and into water.
I regret nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. Can you, however, make me a dex save?
Oh, I can!
Yes, that is the thing that you're good at. You are trying to hold on.
That's a 13.
Yeah. So what happens is, as this pirate wizard is flung and like at the end of the arc of the tentacle unfurling, which you also happened to be at, having tried to pry it loose, you are hurled 60 feet away.
I also regret nothing. Okay.
It flings you into the water, which unfortunately is a solid surface. And well, when you hit the water that hard and that fast, it's a solid surface, and you take 4 damage. It's not very much. Okay.
60 feet away.
So, I'm a rogue. I can get back pretty quickly.
Yeah. And you have a swim speed. See, everything is coming up, Brian.
Ugh.
I mean, the water is salty. What do you want me to say?
Everything's coming up, Brian.
Right. And finally, one of those tentacles that is already on board is going to slam down towards you, Vale.
Go, first damage of the campaign.
Oh, you had to throw that at the DM now?
And it's
Does a
last.
36 hit?
Does a 36 hit?
This is a lesson in hubris, everyone. Yes, that does hit.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know.
Unbelievable.
Okay, that is 22 damage.
Gotcha.
And you are now grappled. So, like, I mean, it's a little while away, but I would like to remind you all, you do have the rest of the crew and their actions and ship actions. Though the ship is a little at this point in time, that is the Shraken's turn. Hom, you are
Yeah.
grappled in this sharp kraken thing's mouth.
Now, I have a very important question to ask. When I grapple things, they take damage every turn that I'm grappling them. This thing's grappling me. Does it take damage every turn it's grappling me?
No.
No. Okay. Then in which case...
I mean, it's because you're spiky.
Yes.
Essentially, yeah. No, when I said they're grappling you, and I meant was literally like its teeth are now in you, I don't imagine that you will be able to do damage with your corpus to the teeth of this thing.
I'm not trying to damage to the teeth. I'm just saying, teeth lead to gums. I'm big.
They are so huge.
Okay, for sense of scale, if the shark's head is my head...
Yeah, that.
Okay. I see the problem right now. Okay. I would like to rage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I would like to... I'm in its mouth, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm grappled in its mouth. If I punch up, will I hit its soft palate?
I mean, we did say you're this one. I don't think you quite have the reach for it. I mean, you could attempt to get out of this grapple, or you could attempt to kind of attack the teeth, like maybe bend them out of the way or break them in some way, if you should wish.
No, I want to do damage to it. I want to hit it.
You can try.
Inside its mouth.
You can try.
I want to be that ad of the little bacteria fighting inside the person's mouth in the toothpaste ad. That's on right now.
Yes. As said.
Cool.
You can try.
Great.
It's going to be it's going to be harder than. Yeah.
It's going to be harder. What is that like in terms of rolls? What are we talking?
Oh, sorry. It would be its AC +2.
Right. I see. Okay. Cool. In for a penny. These attacks are both reckless, which means I gave 5 temporary HP. And this is going to keep me alive. Good. Sorry, it's adding the 5 temps. There we go. The first attack is 23.
That hits.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry. Just remind me. You doing this? Okay, you're doing it reckless, so you're flat. It's a flat roll.
Why? Grappled and restrained. Grappled doesn't affect your. Only restrained affects your attack rolls and things like that.
Okay.
Grappled is just you can't move, so I'm not moving.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So that is 13.
Oh,
points.
wait, if you're doing it reckless, you would have done that with an advantage.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, right. Sorry. You just rolled.
13 damage on the first.
Yep.
And have I punched a gum, punched a tooth? What's the visual here?
So what's happening is you are punching a tooth,
Okay.
but like you're attempting to kind of shove it almost into the gum.
Punching its own tooth into its gum. Fine, I do that again. Let's see what happens. I get 2 attacks a turn. With the advantage.
Sorry, how much damage did you say?
13 on the first, 26 to hit on the second.
Nice.
And that is less. That is 11 damage on the second.
Still pretty good. Yeah. It's good damage.
Yes, that's my turn.
Yeah. I think that you have somewhat loosened this tooth, and it probably has a bit of a toothache right now.
Good. Hey, everyone, I'm the distraction. Kill this fucking thing.
I will when it stops killing me.
Oh, that's what we're supposed to be doing during the combat. Oh, okay, cool. Got it.
As you do that, it is going to take a legendary action
Cool.
to attempt to swallow you.
Go.
But it doesn't actually have to attempt to do that because you're in his mouth. It does essentially swallow you, so you are now blinded and restrained.
Go.
Okay. And that is its legendary action for this turn. Vale, it is your turn.
So breaking free from a grapple, is that my whole turn or just an action?
So, pretty sure you have to use your action to do it, but it would not be your whole turn. I think you would still have a bonus action.
Hell yeah. And what am I rolling to do that?
It would be athletics or acrobatics.
I would like to make an acrobatics check to try and get out of this grapple, because that thing took out half of my health in one hit.
Ooh.
And then we'll see where we go from there. So let's see. That is a 16.
Mm-hmm. No.
Okay. With grapple, let's see. That just means I can't move very well. Capacitated. Okay, so.
Wait, sorry, just as a point of thing, when you are grappled, you are restrained.
No. When you are grappled, you are held in place and you have a speed of 0. If you become restrained, which is a worse version of grapple, your speed is 0 and you have disadvantage on attack rolls. Other things have advantage on attack rolls against you.
In the case of being enwrapped by the tentacle, you are restrained in the grapple.
Okay.
Sorry, it's literally that the target is grappled until the grapple ends. The target is restrained.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a lot worse.
Okay.
Yeah. But you could still have tried to get out with your turn, so that's fine.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Well, you still have your bonus action.
Yeah, no, this isn't like too bad for me because I wasn't going to use like physical attacks. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast, spiritual weapon. So from my book, a few pages turn to mist and a giant little cat's emoticon head thing bursts from my book and will take a bite of the tentacle holding me.
Okay. Sure.
You're nigh catting the tentacle.
Yes. It needs to learn its lesson. So that's going to be
Go ahead, roll your attack.
not very good. It's going to be 17.
No, that hits.
17? Oh, huh.
Yeah, it hits the tentacle. You're attacking the tentacle, right?
I'm so glad I made that.
Yeah.
And that's going to be 8 points of force damage.
Yes, that's damage.
Yeah.
Sorry, you are still grappled and restrained.
Vel's just like squirming and having a tantrum. Like,
though it has taken like a good chunk out of it, but it's
And that's my turn.
Cool. That is your turn. I am just gonna make a quick note of that damage that it has taken.
I think that each of these tentacles has a separate hit point tracker, and those just made their lives really difficult for themselves.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. It is now Ash's turn.
Yay! I'm not really complicated in terms of geography. Like
No, I mean you are inside a room. The wormling basically poked its head out, came back inside.
With my speed, where can I get?
So the ship is kind of like tilted, so you could use that to kind of slide forward. I would say you could get to the other side of the ship.
But I need visual from the creature. What is the closest way?
You open the door, you have visual.
So I don't have to move. So I can see the creature.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely perfect. I'm going to cast Enlarge Reduce.
Incredible.
Okay.
Could you please make me a Constitution 15?
Sure.
Burn that legendary resistance. Come on.
Yeah.
That is a 24.
Silvery barbs.
Oh my goodness.
Got to.
The whole gamut.
Oh, okay. We are going to burn that legendary resist.
Hey.
All we wanted. Good.
And they need healing, right?
I mean,
I need to get out at some point. I'm gonna slowly make my way.
If you, where are you? You're not. You're somewhere else, right?
Copper
You weren't where we were, right?
yeah, so Ashi is at the top. It's basically at the top of the ship, almost, in the
Great.
three quarters. You are down, it's like down a level, I would say, in the galley, and like also Vale is at the top, but like at the, because it's tipped, you are closer to the you're close to the thing and its tentacles. Hom is inside of the Shraken. You wouldn't have seen that.
So
Neither of you would have seen it. In fact, none of you would have. Maybe Vale would, but that's about it.
Ashi really doesn't know where people are, but
You can see
not
Vale.
an asshole, so needs to go and help with the healing. So at some point, I'm gonna start moving slowly, not out yet. But may I just be on the stairs, like peeking out?
Sure. I'm assuming you're doing this all really carefully because you said slowly. Yeah, it's cool.
And that's my turn. Thank you.
Okay, cool. It is now. I think. Yeah, no, that's it. So it is Two Tooth Metal's turn. Two Tooth Metal.
Okay, and I may have missed it because there's a lot of people diving out of portals, and so I think sense of scale.
No, to be clear, one of them was grabbed and pulled out one dove.
Enough that my brain wasn't sure. Is Myrtle able to go from where we were questioning the wizard and run up to the deck, or would that be more than one turns of movement?
If you are running, I would need a acrobatics check, or basically a dex.
Ew, gross. Just disgusting.
Just look out the porthole. You too can be portholed.
Yeah, well, I was.
I mean, okay, yeah. Sorry. Your animated spell book, your animated book. I'm assuming, like we said, you're standing on it. Can it move you?
No, it can't, unfortunately.
Okay.
It is only for beautiful turtle
Flavor.
writing on a book flavor. So, Vale, are you still in the same room that Myrtle is?
Nope.
Or like,
No.
you look through
No,
the portal?
Vale is grappled by.
I'm fully out, like.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's just, boy, it is just Myrtle, huh? There's so many things that Nathan, want to do that would be helpful if I could see anyone else.
You saw Brian dive out of the porthole and possibly
Look
saw
out
the
the
tentacle.
Well, the issue
Possibly
mostly
saw the
is
tentacle
that
kind of
I
moving
need to-
around and then.
I know. I was hoping
disappear?
there'd be at least one more person still on the boat that I could, I don't know, be in range for a touch spell of, for example, and none are.
I mean,
So
there are tentacles in reach.
Yeah, no.
It's
Or
real-
unless I could cast fly on a tentacle, and then the tentacle flies away and detaches itself from the kraken, and then it dies.
Oh, fly would be super handy.
In lieu of that,
No.
Myrtle is going to, just while he has a moment of line of sight, is going to, like, I'm imagining there was like little bits of like wood and that kind of stuff that when the tentacle came through and like slammed this dude out, maybe knocked some stuff loose. And he is going to utter some arcane words and is going to just cast catapult and like take one of these big splinters, and you just see it like right and just shoot out of the porthole or the hole that the thing made.
For a second, I really thought you were going to say we're going to cast mending on the wall.
I have mending, and I also
it takes a minute.
Unfortunately,
It's just like, I'm just going to be here
10
the
rounds.
entire time.
I also have a feature where I am a shipwright, where if I have carpenter's tool and wood, I can perform repairs on a water vehicle. And it doesn't say how long it takes to do these things, but I'm just going to assume that the stash of wood is not near me, so I'm not going to be spending any time doing that. So I am going to go ahead and cast that as a second level spell, because why not? And boy, Myrtle really prepared to question a wizard today, not beat up a large sharktopus. So I would like... we'll just say the creature or a tentacle or whatever is the most pertinent thing to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Why do I suddenly not have a dice with me? Okay, it rolled a 9.
Hey! I rolled pretty bad on damage. I think I did. Wait. Oh no, I rolled the wrong thing on damage. I rolled slightly better on damage. 18 points of piercing, bludgeoning, whatever. I imagined it as, kind of like a splinter, if it matters, but...
Okay, so all this wood kind of has catapulted from here and lodged into it. You imagine that it is done... It's definitely done some damage, but possibly not quite as much as you're expecting.
Bummer. And I am going to... Now, I think Myrtle is going to start moving upwards to see if he can find anyone or at least get up kind of on deck. And I can make athletics or acrobatics or whatever check if useful for moving my normal 20-some feet.
Yeah, okay. Yes, please do make
athletics?
If you are using strength to pull yourself along, then yeah.
I would prefer to use my dexterous little.
I did say acrobatics to
cool.
start.
I didn't remember for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
19.
Yeah. You manage it.
And Myrtle really is specifically either in fiction or metagame is looking for another member of the party who's like still on deck, even though Nathan knows that there are not many of us.
You would see Ashy. You'd see Ashy, and who is on deck. Then, Vale is sort of somewhere in the air, being waved about in a tentacle.
Having a bad time right now.
Can't help you there. That's the end of my turn.
Yeah. So it is now the crew's turn.
Hey.
What would you like them to do?
Guys, genuine question here. I'm aware that it negatively impacts me in particular, but do we want them to run away?
Ooh. Can they? Has the Krakens run at the entire ship at this point?
So at this point in time, you have a couple of tentacles that are kind of braced on the ship.
But the ship's not grappled per se.
No, not necessarily. It hasn't actually attempted to do so. It doesn't just affect you, it also affects Brian, who is 60 feet away.
Yeah, true. And Vale, who would be dragged off because grappled.
I'm so fine, being taken by a Kraken. I think that's really cool. That's just me.
How far, running away in the open ocean is tough. You're either faster than them or you're not, more or less, unless there's cool master and commander hiding in fog nonsense.
Yeah, this game really screams cool master and commander hiding in fog.
Yeah, exactly. And so how is there hope at this point?
So
get to shore. How far would we be?
So I would technically, if it was one of your turns, you could make a perception check. But if it's just a crew's turn, but you can sort of see the what are they called? The towers in the distance.
Okay,
It's not close by any means.
Good couple of miles still, though, if we can just see the tower.
Okay. The ship's real fast. Because it is. It's a very fast ship. Now, I don't know how fast this Kraken is, not a clue. But the ship's quite fast on its own volition. And if they can just go, and if we can get this dragon to Candlekeep, we've done our mission. I'm with Cass. If I die, I die. It's the way it is. I'm in its stomach.
Someone can take the box and fly away, right?
That's also an option, but I think the ship's faster.
You'd have to actively take Copperbox.
Who is huge, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you also cast Fly on Copperbox?
Is it a creature? Unconscious?
Unconscious, can't fly, which would be... Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we had levitate
So
or
it's-
Kansas floating disc.
There's still a chance we'll take this thing down, potentially, but the ship doesn't need to be here while that happens.
I am in favor of at least getting the crew far enough away that they can actually use their weapons.
Yeah.
So I'm happy them moving this round.
Okay. So are you going to take the ship move action twice? Or just once?
I said twice.
I will say that around, as I was saying, when the Shraken emerged, the water around it did seem to be sucked in, so it will be difficult terrain. So it will move at half its speed. Just within this.
Does the Crow's Nest Druid have any more gust spells?
No.
They replenish over the last...
Warbler literally had a single scroll, and I was like, I'm out.
Then fuck it. I say let them go as fast as they can and see if we can distract.
Yeah.
Because the five of us might take it out anyway. And if we do, we can catch up. We can see the shore. Yeah.
God, the one time, I always prepare pyrotechnics on my wizards. And it ever comes up. The one time.
Okay. Right. I'm just. Why can't I see the movement of the ship?
It's under the sails. It goes under the sails bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So 60 feet while sailing with the wind.
Which therefore would be 120 if it's with the wind.
So it's 60 feet.
Cool.
In the difficult terrain.
Cool.
So it is now 60 feet away. It is going to take an opportunity attack.
The Shraken.
Yeah, from the Shraken. Yes. The ship is going to take an opportunity attack.
That just means that no one else is getting opportunity attacked by the Shraken, and I'm okay with that.
Very true.
I mean, I don't think any of you, unless you are dashing, can get out of its range.
Look, every gift horse penny.
Mouth?
Yeah.
Pound? Yeah.
Words!
Every gift horse has a mouth.
Every gift horse has a mouth.
Yeah. Love that.
Okay, unless it gets portholed.
And then it has two! Okay.
Awful, okay.
What? You said it! It was a 26 to hit the ship.
That hits.
Yeah.
AC's 18.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It does only 15 damage.
So it does 5 damage.
Yeah. But,
Keep going, ship.
it did hit the ship, and it is grappled by a tentacle.
Fuck!
Yes. But it is still... It would have been as it left its reach, so it is 50 feet away.
Yeah.
So it can then... It can't go any further.
No, sorry. It would have been 30 feet. Sorry.
Yeah. So as it's moving, if its first movement action is to try and get away and then it gets hit and grappled, Can it then use its second action to fire a ballista bolt at the tentacle holding it?
It's first movement action because it was difficult terrain, so it's 30 feet.
Yeah.
I'm too good to you guys. Yes, okay. Do it.
It's the rules. That's just accurate. Okay.
That's math.
You'd already said you were taking 2 movement actions.
Yeah, but then you stopped on movements from happening, so you know.
Well, I mean, the ship is restrained. No,
Is it?
the ship is restrained.
Oh. Okay.
It is not immune to being restrained. So
Right, so it's a +6 to hit, but it's a disadvantage shot. Anyone want to roll that?
Do you want me to roll it after last time?
what are you using?
I think
Yeah.
stick with it.
Yeah.
Or which weapon are you using?
Well, it's got to be the ballista because the mangonel, how you have to be at least 60 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
So is that with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to roll 2 of these. The lowest one is an 11. Sort of that bonus to that is.
17.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, hang on. What were you aiming to hit with the...
The tentacle that's holding it.
That is fair. So yes, it does hit the tentacle that is holding it.
It's
Roll me the
3d10.
damage.
3d10. Yes.
Oh, yes. The damage doesn't just magically happen in D&D.
It's one of those games.
Yeah, that's 21 points of damage.
Oh!
That's very good. That tentacle has basically had a bolt gone right through it,
Ugh.
and it is now holding on by just imagine the bolt has gone directly through one of those like big old suckers, and it's just kind of like this gaping hole within the wider tentacle.
I think you'll find that tentacle's currently the sucker. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so that is the ship's turn.
Nice.
It has taken its 2 actions.
Cool.
It is now Brian. You are 60 feet away.
Well, I gotta get closer.
Gotta go faster.
I've got 30 feet swimming speed, so I guess I'll use that plus dash. So
Bonus action dash or action?
I will use bonus action dash.
Mm-hmm.
And then that would get me to it.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to target at the moment, so
Target the tentacle holding the ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
That
if I
is.
can get across.
that is-
wouldn't that be 90 foot away from me?
So, kind of, but you are now 60.
has
You
to
are now
attach to the
next to the tentacle.
It has to attach
Mhm.
somewhere.
You-
Oh,
yeah, the attachment point. So, I mean, I wouldn't say you're behind the Shraken. The Shraken is, if it's gargantuan, how wide is it?
20 feet.
Okay. So it's only 20 feet wide, so the tentacle would be essentially 30, at like 25.
20 feet or
essentially.
bigger. Because if I'm only that yay big in its mouth,
Okay. Well, it's a gargantuan monstrosity.
minimum of 20 feet.
Okay. Well, it your
wait,
dagger
let's see
range
if I
is
can
what, like
find it,
60?
yeah.
What is your? It's 60, right?
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
short range.
I wouldn't have any issue. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we'll say it's fine. It's within range.
So I
Yeah.
use bonus action to swashbuckler, technically one-on-one with it.
You're not 1-on-1. I mean, okay, based on how big it is and how far everything. Yeah. Go ahead.
Because
Look, Mike, either you're one-on-one with it or the ship is your ally and within 5 feet of the other end of the tentacle and you still get sneak attack.
cool, I'll take it.
Yeah.
If you want to be pedantic, you know.
Yeah.
Just say.
It's fine.
That is a god. That's an 11 to hit.
Did you throw your rapier?
No, I would have been able to get to it with 60-foot movement.
Oh, you got to the Shraken, but not to the tentacle. The tentacle was at range from you.
The tentacle attached to the Shraken.
Yeah, that was the logic I went off. But,
Okay. I mean, yes, you wouldn't be hitting the... Yeah, go ahead.
that,
Wait, no, you already rolled. You did hit it. Or you kind of attempt to hack at it, and it is not the weak point that has been so kindly provided for you over there. So you kind of just bounce off it.
That's my turn.
What about that? It is now the Wormling's turn again. With the ship having moved, it and also Ashy no longer in the room, it does.
We cannot say this. No one has seen this.
No, you cannot until it pop. Like Vale, as you are being waved around, you see it fucking its head.
Vale's 30 feet back. Vale's in the air off the...
Vale has a 20 passive perception.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying that you might catch this out of the corner of your eye.
The dragon
As
head.
the world spins.
Yeah. So the wormling kind of has popped up and has looked towards this situation, having already assessed, and is going to, seeing that tentacle attached to the ship, it is going to
There's
come
a tentacle
out
attached to the ship.
and attempt to bite it. Unfortunately, it does not succeed.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
It rolled a 6 and it only has a +4.
You had one job, Kermit.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry, I tried.
it is just going to fly up into the air and fly towards you.
I respect that, you know?
Oh, guys. Oh, thank you so much for getting me this close to shore. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Good to say. No, I'm not tipping for the ride.
Your friend is released. You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Shreken's turn. The top of its turn.
Yep.
Yep. So you take 36
36
acid damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm only just under half.
Yeah.
Right, barbarian. Yeah.
But
I have 40.
are you a bear barbarian?
No, I've got a con of 20.
Yeah. Because acid damage goes full. Right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you were inside it.
It's fine. I build at least 5 temp HP a round, so
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, you can do damage.
I know.
To it. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It is now going to make its attacks. Vale, you are going to be flung.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to eat you.
Sorry.
Don't have a buddy.
It was tempting. It was. You know what? Let me make an intelligence check.
Ooh.
Oh, Cass, I thought. Oh.
My fate on the roll of a die. Let's see what we got.
I mean, the thing is, I was being kind because Vale would straight up just die if Vale.
I'm so curious to know what you think the Kraken would do in this situation, regardless of my well-being.
Yeah.
So you're saying the Kraken would throw a meal away? I've known many Krakens in my time, but they don't tend to do that.
Sure. They've already thrown one meal away.
That's true.
Maybe their goal is not you.
They've eaten me. They got the choicest dish.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Lobster.
Exactly.
Okay. Their intelligence, that is a thing. Yeah, they're just gonna think, why? They are not tempted by the food on offer.
Wow.
Tossed like a skipping stone across the ocean.
You are saved by the fact that you look unappetizing. You're welcome.
You are saved by the fact that you are not on the ship.
Oh.
Do I take any damage for being flung?
Yes, you will take some damage from hitting the water. It is a measly 6 damage. That was max damage for hitting the water.
So I'm not trying to bargain against myself, but it is sort of like concrete whenever you hit like a surface of water from like
Yeah.
But anyway, you know.
No, it's 1d6.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
That's literally what it is.
D&D rules is written you cannot take full damage falling into water because they've never encountered water in real life, apparently.
Yeah, it's a solid surface.
In their defense,
so.
I also haven't been spiked into water by a kraken at high velocities. So,
I'm still alleging that was the coaster all smelly. That's all I'm
Oh,
alleging.
you know what? Hang on. Sorry.
Oh.
I got that wrong. I should have read this properly.
Oh.
It is
It's actually 60?
1d6
Yeah.
bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet it was thrown.
There it is. I'm gonna give myself the 6 back and now let you roll the roll damage.
Sorry, it was actually 62 points of damage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it's like a literal cat screech you hear just disappearing into the distance.
It means technically, Brian, I should have done more damage for you also. But you know what? I'm gonna half it, and next time,
You're very
Next-
kind.
so you rolled really high. Is what
I haven't rolled it
That's
yet. I'm just
telling
gonna
me.
roll like half the dice. So
Wow.
that is a 13. Next time, it flings you the full. You're only 30 feet away.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on 10 HP.
Good.
I'm so nice. I'm really nice.
Yeah.
You're only 30 feet away, so technically you're in range. You can swim. No, do you even land? Actually, do you land in the water? Was it you that had?
Water walk? Like days
No,
ago.
the boots, or basically the thing that makes you not that unless you actually want to go into the water.
I think so.
I imagine you would
know
still
what
hit
you're
the solid surface, but I can't remember what it was that you had.
I have a cap of
but-
water breathing, so I can still
Oh,
breathe
okay.
in the water.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah. So you take that damage.
Mhm.
That is what has happened. It is going to attempt to pull the ship back towards it.
What is it? A contested grab?
Yeah, it is. Let me just roll. Strength check. It's 22. So I need the ship
Go on.
alone.
Go on, Castro.
Against.
You roll for the ship.
Okay.
We add 5 to this, so
Okay. Let's see. And is this disadvantage as well, or just straight?
The ship is restrained,
yeah.
so I imagine
Advantage.
yes. It would be.
Right. The lower of the two is a natural 1.
Oh, shit.
For a
Okay.
natural one.
Sorry, that's a 7, not a natural 1.
Okay.
12.
Okay,
It still doesn't. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So it manages to pull you back 15 feet.
It's the crew going, run away! Ah!
Well, yeah, sorry, the ship back 15 feet.
I imagine that it's more like the creature pulling itself to the ship, right?
That would be a move, which it
Very
hasn't done yet.
anticlimactic game of tug of war.
I'm not sure because I'm not sure that is physically possible. But
Rules.
What is physically possible? Sorry.
No.
Because if they have
The water pressure be awful.
managed to put us back, it means that they stop us and then move everything back, which is a lot of energy.
It's a sharktopus. Like, it's definitely got all that energy.
Instead, it will use its movement to be right back on, right back at the ship.
Incredible.
I mean, it makes more sense.
Yes, it's true. It's true. It pulls itself towards the ship. That is what happened. It hasn't pulled it back. Okay. That's all it's going to do on its turn.
Doesn't it have a third attack?
Yeah, why?
Oh, okay. All right. Pulling punches, my ass. All right. I'm inside its stomach, yes?
Yes, you are.
Other than going with this after answering that question is like cold as fuck. Why? Come on.
I will use my bonus action to activate my Eldritch Tattoo. The dolphin on my lower back starts like doing a little swirly, and my weapon attacks now do more damage, including my arms. So now it's clobbering time. I will attack recklessly, which means that inside this thing while restrained, it's still flat, even though I'm blinded as well. Still flat. So just an attack roll to punch away inside this thing's guts. Come on. That is a non-natural 20.
That does hit.
Okay,
I wish it was a natural 20, but it is not.
So that's that plus that, and then I add that on top as well. Hang on a second. That is 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I get a second attack.
Yeah.
That's the damage. I need to roll the attack first, you fool. Hey, 23. Hits again.
Yeah, that hits.
So it's another.
That was.
Hang on. I need to roll the extra d6 as well. Oh, brilliant. That's another 12, 18 on top of that. So.
Okay, so it was 11 plus 18.
Yes, 29. What's the threshold where it has to throw me up, Lola? Is it 30? Maybe.
I'm going to say that you were close.
Cool. I'm not looking to get thrown up. It can't attack me in here. Fine. I punch it twice.
I mean, it can.
No, it can't.
Its stomach does.
Oh, no, I take damage at the top of each turn. That's unavoidable, but it can't roll attack rolls against me.
No, it can't.
That's fine. Also, I attack recklessly, so I get 5 temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. That's my turn.
What are you at?
37 plus a little 5 temps, so 42.
Okay.
Which is only just under half.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool. Fine-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I am rolling the damage, so that is possibly good for you. Vale. No, sorry. You've taken your action, which was 2 attacks. Do you have a bonus action?
Yeah.
Your Eldritch.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Vale, it is your turn.
Okay, cool. So my spiritual weapon is not a concentration spell.
No, it's not.
I'm just gonna, first of all, immediately attack this thing.
Use your bonus action too. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be. What do I keep hitting it? Does this hit? Oh my goodness. That's gonna be a natural 1 to hit with that one.
It does not.
Nobody else is in the water with me, are they? Everybody else is like either on the Kraken or on the. Oh, Brian. But Brian's got swim speed, so she's good. I'll cast Water Walk on myself, because I can't swim otherwise. Yeah. And then I'll start using my movement to get a bit closer, just so I'm like nearish this ship, but not too near the whole tentacle situation.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they are together.
They are one.
They are married.
That's true. I'll stand like 10 feet back from the ship. really tempt fate here.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. So what it did was move 30 feet away from you, so you're using the movement to go up to it, essentially.
Yeah.
That'd be okay. Okay, cool. It's going to use one of its legendary actions at that point to attack again with the tentacle that is on the ship. And it
Who's it
is
attacking?
going... Sorry?
Who's it attacking?
The ship.
Oh, the
The
ship.
ship. 30 to hit the ship.
Yep.
And it does 26 damage to the ship. So it does
The threshold's 15, so
16.
threshold's 15,
okay.
so it's 11.
Okay.
So the ship's now taken.
No, sorry. With double checking, it has to go over the damage threshold, but if it goes over the threshold, it takes all the damage.
Oh, interesting. Then in which case, 26 plus, it was low under the threshold last round. So yeah, 26 damage.
No, I think you said 5 of it had gone through. I don't.
Then in which case, that was calculating it wrong though. Then in which case we're looking at 46 damage on a 300 hit point ship. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, that is its legendary action, and it is now your turn, Ashi, as you peek up above the stair.
Okay, so Ashi is like, where the fuck is everyone? Ashi cannot see cannot see Vale, I cannot see right now. All Ashi has is Myrtle, and at some point it's just like holding on, putting like the hand on Myrtle, just like a little bit worried, like you've never seen Ashi this worried, but then it's like, okay, put your fucking shit together. And then
You say that to yourself or to Myrtle?
Why not both? It can be
With
both.
Ashi, I imagine that you are
Myrtle's like-
saying it to them.
It's like,
Wait.
I shit talked this god 45 seconds ago. So he probably also needs a little bit of a let's pull it together. Back up your shit talk. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah. But I said that to myself. So Ashi said that to Ashi. And Ashi grabs something inside his robes. And you can see what seems like a boy, or no, it's not a boy, it's like a fake flute. But this flute has skeleton hands grasping the holes of the flute. And you can see, Myrtle, that there is a lot of like rings on those fingers. And those looks like clerical fingers, or like rings that the clerics wear, or like, you don't know where these hands have been. Anyways,
What's the flute, bud? Is it another bone?
It really went from like high flavor to like, is it dirty jokes? Oh, it's definitely dirty jokes. No, back to flavor. Very dirty jokes.
My reflavor of the Staff of Healing, and I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Oh,
You need to see the creatures. So as I start,
one you definitely cannot see.
I start blowing into the flute, and then the skeleton fingers start moving on their own. And I
Okay.
will cast that on. So everybody, I hope that everybody's between.
I
30
see.
feet.
You haven't got to see them.
No.
Oh.
So the point is going to be inside this creature. Everybody around the creature,
Amazing.
up to 6 creature, they're gonna roll. Well, they're gonna heal. So let me roll that. Oh, it's not gonna be
Incredible.
much, but
Babe, seriously, anything.
11 to the tribute.
Baby,
That's pretty good for all
That
of
puts
it.
Tom out of the danger zone if I use the average, so.
Nice.
that puts me over half.
Let me see, what can I do with this? I think I'm a really loud bitch. So I'm
really
gonna
think?
shout, "Oh, you got this!" And bardic inspiration. I mean, I don't know.
Says I'm blinded. Doesn't say I can't hear shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm imagining that this Shraken is pretty thick. So
I can make a performance
maybe
roll
you
if
can
want.
just sort of hear it, I guess.
Look,
Sure.
I know when my best friend, who
mouth
definitely
is
has my
open.
best interests at heart.
And Ashy is very loud.
Well,
So that I think you need to roll then, a roll Constitution save, Myrtle.
You perforate Myrtle's eardrums.
I rolled an 11, so I'll take damage and then heal damage. As long as it's less than 11 points or whatever. I'll have it. That's fine.
and then, so that is my turn. And I just look at Myrtle and say, we got this, right?
Can Myrtle hear you?
It's
Does
no
Myrtle say,
ringing.
we got this,
just
right?
nods.
Yes! He's gonna back.
Yeah.
And that's my turn, thank you.
No, Myrtle, because it's Myrtle's turn, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So Myrtle,
Well,
will-
assuming Ashy has completed.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Look, Ashley's done with the bone flute. It's up to you.
Myrtle will hear Ashy, or read lips and intuit what he is saying, and is yes, we have definitely got this, and he kind of like turns toward the giant maw and all of the tentacles and the just like huge churning water, and he is first going to. Ooh, nobody's gonna do. This is the order he's gonna do it in. I think the range is fine, or I'll do it in the opposite order for less theatrical versions. He is going to just like be like kind of implode on himself. You just kind of zip up into his little thing and kind of almost be absorbed into his book, and his book is going to fly up and perch itself on the crow's nest as he casts Misty Step on himself up there, and he points a finger down at the Shraken, the car, what was it, the Kark, whatever it is, the Krark, and
That sounds like you're coughing.
yeah, it's none of it's good. It's a bad god, and these people are idiots for following it. And he is going.
I wouldn't say this is the god.
Doesn't matter.
this
A
isn't a
god
god?
who would create a creature called a Krark? So stupid. It's dumb. What an idiot. And he is going to like reach out with his mind and try to once again kind of impose his will on this as best he can, knowing it's obviously a large giant creature. So could it please make me an intelligence saving throw as I cast Mind Sliver upon this horrible
A cantrip?
thing.
All of that
I cast
for
Misty Step.
Oh my
I cast
god.
Misty Step.
Okay. It rolled a 9.
Excellent. It takes.
So it rolled a 3. It gets a +6 to it.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
It's that intelligent?
Yes.
Wow.
I'll take it.
not look it.
9 points of psychic damage, but it also has to subtract 1d4 from its next saving throw that it makes before the end of my next turn.
Okay.
In case
That's
anyone.
gonna be
So it's now just
painful.
like Myrtle is again kind of reaching out with his mind, his will, and is like trying to just start burying it into this creature. Such is his arcane prowess. But that is the end of his turn.
Okay. Very good. It is the ship's action.
Run away.
Keep going. To the other wizards.
So the ship is
Still grappled.
yeah. At this point.
Can it roll an athletics check? The boat?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, it can kind of strain away to try and.
Should we
Yes.
just try and do as much damage as possible to this thing? Like, let's face it, I think we're at a point now where it can't run fast enough, and because of the attack opportunity leads to a grapple, it's not going to get away. Just fire 2 ballistas.
Smash it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That sounds
Okay. Rude.
It is restrained, so it's a D6 with it's a +6 with disadvantage.
First roll. Oh, is a 10. It is
Yeah, that's not hit.
And for the second, one of them was an actual 20, but the second one was a 5.
Ooh!
Oh, no.
So not quite.
Yeah. Nope. Does not manage to. Unfortunately. Okay. Wait, sorry, what was it? A plus? What
6.
plus did you get? +6, yeah. No, it doesn't. I thought you might hit a tentacle at least. No. Okay. That is the ship action. Brian. It is the top of the round and your turn.
I'm going to sort of dive down a little bit, and I'm just going to sort of ram my dagger sort of into its stomach area, and hopefully just see if I can catch something.
It's a whole mass of tentacles there with, I guess, like, okay, yeah, sure.
I just want to try find something a little bit more vital for the time.
Okay.
So if anybody can think of anywhere else vital,
No,
I'll
it's
take
good.
it, but that's
It's good.
If you're aiming for this sort
Roll
of
to attack?
stomach area, then maybe you can cut me a hole.
I'll loosen it up for you. But I will also.
Awful.
I'm so sorry. Let's edit that off. I'm sorry.
I will cunning action hide if I can to try at least get advantage.
I think you already have a. Wait, no.
No.
I have sneak
advantage.
attack. I don't have advantage.
Okay, cool.
So I'll Bosch ride bonus action into a stealth to basically sort of dive down and out of its sight line with a 22.
It can't see you.
Can't see out of its abdomen.
Yeah.
Cool, let's get dug in. With a
Yeah,
23
that
today.
hits. Yep, 23 hits.
So we'll start with damage. General damage. 10 damage. And then smash the sneak attack on top. Oh, that was disappointing. 13 sneak attack damage.
Hey, if we don't know how hit points this thing has, we're probably whittling away.
Yep.
Yeah, and just sort of like ramming the dagger in and just sort of trying to basically create a long slit along its body, or what I can ascertain as its body.
You have taken away a third of its health at this point.
Come on, that's not
But-
bad. Come
That is
on,
not
that's
bad
not bad at all.
That is not bad at all.
And
Sorry,
somebody
what
will
did you... So you attacked it once. Did you have 2 attacks?
No, I'm a rogue,
No,
so
this one.
that's it.
Okay. Okay. So as you do that, screaming over you, this something kind of impacts the side of this creature and explodes against it.
Who's chucking goblins? Seriously.
Okay. Gonna roll. I need to roll this on a thing. Can't do this.
How big an explosion are we talking? Like
Like a 20-foot radius explosion.
ooh!
A lot of dice. Okay, and it physically like recoils from that as it takes. So, Vale, you would see flying towards you, essentially. Well, not towards you, but towards this situation with the wormling in kind of tow, essentially, are several flying wizards.
Crystals.
Wizards, not crystals.
I remember this dream.
Several flying wizards who, after one of them is attacked, I'm gonna I mean, there are several of them. They're all very capable. So
There's a little bit of side eye here about being capable, Lola.
you are
How many
all
wizards
infinite.
duels have they won? In the
Oh, so many. So many.
Shame.
So many. So
and all
many.
their book learning and their fancy keeps. Disgusting.
Oh, yes. So, several more impacts hit the side of this creature, and one specific, like the ship, the tentacle that was grappling the ship has since been destroyed, along with, well, not the whole of the Kraken. You are still inside the Kraken currently.
Are we still in initiative?
However, we are coming out of initiative because I do believe that with the combined might of several Candlekeep wizards that have come to aid you in ensuring their property reaches them safely.
In terms of the stat block, does it say what happens when you're regurgitated, or how much movement speed it takes to get out? Like most times it says something like that.
Yeah, so
do I take another round of acid damage?
no, it doesn't get to its turn.
Right, okay.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't get to its turn.
So if
Even though
it
it commits.
dies,
So
I'm no longer restrained, I can escape
You are
its
no
corpse
longer.
using
Yes,
movement?
you are. Yeah. A swallowed creature is no longer restrained and can escape from the corpse using 15 feet of movement, exiting prone.
Cool. Where Brine has eaten a tiny infectious, so you'll just see like these gigantic claws just like trying to pull their way through, and I will
Carry away.
burst my way out of this creature in front of you and just
Hello, buddy.
That did not taste good.
Are we imagining you ate your way out?
when in doubt, eat your way out.
Okay.
Put that on a t-shirt.
So you are assisted back onto your ship, which is also assisted to shore.
For a small piece of effects, I've had this in my inventory since the first time I played this character, and I've never used it because I've never lost that many hit points. Hom has a restorative ointment which you're supposed to rub on your skin where you've been hurt. I'm just going to eat it. It works the same way if you eat it. It's fine.
Okay.
I heal a little bit. I'm sorry. Carry on. Yeah.
Okay. As you are assisted back onto the ship, and it is only when you reach shore that you are officially greeted by the first reader, Tathral, who will approach the ship and say to, I guess, where would you be?
Swimming in the water.
We're back on the deck of the ship by now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the Shraken was summarily dispatched, and the ship was guided back to shore with all of you on it.
I would be with Copperbox.
Be with Ashy with couple bugs.
Yeah. I imagine a lot of us are, of just being like making sure that the wizards get straight to the dragon, like that we get this resolved as quickly as possible.
Okay. Welcome, Seekers. I see that you have brought us this box with great trouble from yourselves. Do you have any wishes of us?
How much you gonna pay?
You were returning our property.
Yeah, but we did it out of the goodness of our hearts. Is there no, bounty or, finder's fee? Or
Are your lives not compensation enough?
Just take it.
Really set us
Boring.
back. You know, we've had to spend resources on food. We've got a whole crew. I mean,
Wizards.
Yeah.
We
Myrtle's
were
right,
informed
wizards.
that you were not the original crew to be tasked with returning our property.
No, so
And-
does that not make it even better?
yeah, but we did succeed.
But we are the ones who did return your property.
Sure.
Yeah, and
Sure.
someone
yes,
very
sorry.
smart that I know said, "Finders keepers."
Yes. You were coerced somewhat. Now that it's in our property, we will release your friend. Though I think perhaps you should be content with yours and your friend's life.
Oh, the Candlekeep doesn't have any money, guys.
Poor, unappreciative and poor. How disappointing.
We are rich in tones.
That just means very. I worked at a school. That just means
can
we're
find-
really poor.
Don't worry. I'll find the good stuff.
If you can scry
Myrtle
on
will
someone,
absolutely steal all of their books if given the opportunity. So
Yes.
You will
Christian
die
tones.
What's this
in the
person?
future.
What's this person called? Tethil?
Etherol.
Tetheril. Look at them and go,
I don't know you, but you're being an asshole. And that seems like an asshole thing to do, so you're an asshole. We're gonna go now.
I'll just turn around and start walking away.
Fucking wizards.
They will essentially just stare, like have cocked their heads to look at you and has not said anything to that. I think you get the idea that they really don't care.
Fine.
They could have left you to get murdered by the Straken.
But they're okay with blackmail
just
and
taking
coercion and are just like, yeah, that'll
Yeah.
do. Well, then they're pricks.
Yeah.
I stand by my reasoning.
You
Ashley will try to get.
would have stolen their property.
They know that. Also, we didn't know we were stealing
They
it.
do know that because they've
Stealing
been
is a
told.
strong word. We found it in a wreck.
You found it
And
a
the
wreck,
rest-
and you were unsure if you were intending to take it to Candlekeep. You had to be coerced to bring it to Candlekeep.
Stop looking at me.
No. That was a deciding factor in our ultimate weighing of the options.
Mhm.
But that was not, we weren't coerced.
Sounds like the argument of an asshole. That's all I'll say.
Well, yeah, we just have to
They are not
blackmail
arguing
you
with
to
you.
get you to do what we wanted you to do.
Yeah.
You
Well,
They're not
bad
arguing
guys.
with you.
Yeah.
However,
Well, the Candlekeep wizards are now on
you are here.
Myrtle's shit list.
You are here at Candlekeep. You have been invited in. Copperbox is resting, though has briefly. When I say resting, I mean obviously kind of shut down for a period of time because they were caught in something that, in any case, Copperbox is resting. Your ship has been kindly fixed, even though you could have done it yourselves.
I'm sensing a lot of like, no, it's your fault that you're assholes. I'm like, no, still assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks for
And,
fixing the ship, but being dicks about it. Mm.
And you're here at Candlekeep. You can do whatever you wish, but that is for a different time, a different campaign, and a different day. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, everyone, for being part of the Straken attempt that was tonight's show.
I think I was part of the Shrekken for the longest.
Yes. Yes, some of our players did. Or, well, characters, Hom, did end up being. And the weird fever dream that was the first half? I don't know. In any case, thank you for watching the finale of Monsters and Maelstroms, and indeed watching the entire campaign, I hope. If you haven't checked it out, you can go back and check it out. But if you enjoyed tonight, we play every Monday. It would be us, but it will be the next campaign on an alternate Monday. And next Monday, it will be another episode of Fracture, where you will see myself and Chris. And that will be from 6 p.m. GMT, 10 BST, 10 a.m. Pacific time. We also play on Tuesdays, but those will be reruns of our previous shows, also at the same time, from 6 p.m. BST and 10 a.m. Pacific. And you can join us on Fridays, again from the same times, for Talk Together, our chat show, where we interview our players, DMs, and other TTRP interesting voices. Sometimes it is talking is a free action with the question masters and their interns. All our shows are streamed at twitch.tv rolltogetherrpg, and you can find all of our content archived at youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg. There are also podcast versions of all our shows available everywhere. Search for Roll Together RPG. Massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. There'll be a link in the chat now. Do please join them, because every penny helps us make all of the content that we do. And a big thanks again to all our sponsors and supporters. Don't forget, we're all over social media as Roll Together RPG. So thank you for watching, and see you soon.